Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome to WBG Xbox Podcast, episode 61. And we had a lot of things to talk about today. Man, so much gaming news lately. I mean, so many different things. And we will talk about those things. But before we get started, of course, let me say what's up to the members on the channel. Jigga J, Mario 87, Hassan Abu Zaid, Sidious, Ray, Stone King X, Rulio 44, Sean 786, Emmanuel A1, Cinedex, Chill Carlos, Potion Swore Run, who was on last week's show. Check it out, guys. Hyperfang Gaming, Zero Requiem, DirtGriggity, Phantom Kraken,
oh my God,
and Artemis. Hey man, I don't know why y'all be tripping every time I say my damn name.
The way you say it, one more time.
Thank you guys for supporting the channel and use those emojis. Talk that shit and have a good time in the chat. Because the ponies might show up, but they haven't been showing up in in
a minute or two. Yeah. They've been missing in action.
Yeah, they have, man. But I'm gonna say what's up to everybody else in the chat. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you guys. But let me introduce our guest first and foremost. I've discovered this guy. He had to be by maybe a month or two ago. I said, okay, this guy knows what the hell he's talking about. He speaks well, and most importantly, he's a fan of Xbox, right? And so I said, bro, no, you mind coming on the show? And he said, of course. So here he is, my boy. First of all, it's levels to this.
Hey,
Dark 80 1985. What's up, bro? Thanks for joining us on the show, man. Appreciate you.
hey, man, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me. Oh my God, that's right. There's levels to this. Thank you to the chat for having me, and to all the panel members. I really appreciate it. I'm excited to talk and just explain to everybody the state of where Xbox is, because there's some exciting times ahead. So let's do it.
Absolutely, man. I wholeheartedly agree. Next up, my boy from the UK, Sean. What's up, brother?
What up, player?
Oh, that's it. Okay.
That's it. What up? Now what's going on, guys? Another week, another exciting time to be an Xbox guy as well. Not so much for the Sony guys, the ponies, but awesome to have Docking as well. We're gonna talk that shit. Let's get into it. Hit that like button, and do you know what? Shout out to that one person who hit that dislike button. Shout out to you, my brother.
We already got dislike.
Yeah, we got one dislike.
Shout
Some
out
pony
to you,
came
my
here,
brother.
dislike and ran.
That's the only reason why I'm talking shit right now, because of that one dislike.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, my brother.
Yeah. Hey, what up, Victor Alistine, Pong Soul? What's up, y'all? Novaverse Interruption. What's up, y'all? Thanks for stopping by. Tsunami, what's up with you, man?
Nothing much. Pre-downloaded my MLB The Show, y'all know. So if, you know what I'm saying, if you got that Game Pass on deck, go ahead, get yourself ready. We about to do some things. You know what I'm saying?
72 GB, brother. It's a shame we don't have that SSD expansion code.
Yeah. Oh, come on, man.
For free.
Yeah, stay like that.
All right. Hey, Devin, what's up with you, bro?
Oh man. Nothing much, man. Just been playing a lot of games, man. Still playing a lot of Rainbow Six Siege, every day type shit. Making some more videos. I've been putting out more videos lately. We didn't do the podcast this week. It'll be this weekend, actually. So last week. Okay. Ready to get the show started, man. Everybody hit that like button.
All right, sound good. I'm going to join. I'm going to listen to it and dislike that shit. I'm joking.
For sure. Bro. I don't know if you're unlocked yet, Dirt.
What?
What?
Go fuck yourself. So next up, my boy Johanzu. What's up, man?
Man, as it wasn't for the pre-show, I was feeling tired, a little bit down. But we were talking that shit on the pre-show, and we got our boy Doc over here, so it's gonna be a great one, man. And let's play ball, motherfuckers. Pause.
Hey. I'm glad you said pause, bro.
I'm glad you said pause, because you did say let's play with balls. You said with balls. I heard you. Pause.
Let's play balls, motherfucker.
Last but not least, my boy. He wasn't here last week because he was on the beach having a good old time eating barbecue and sushi and shit, but
Pork
he's back.
Motherfucker.
He's back. R&B, what's up, brother? Thanks for coming back. What's up with you, man?
What's up, man? I'm good. I'm glad to be back Vacation was nice. I was dealing with those heavy weights, quote unquote. Just I turned my phone off. I want to hear none of this nonsense about all these crying for these ponies while I was enjoying myself. And I come back and all hell broke loose. So I'm just good to get see what's going on, man. What the hell happened?
Oh man. Well, we'll talk about a lot of it. So, hey man, first off, brother, you like maybe 1.3 shades lighter than me, so you ain't past me now, are you?
Oh shit!
In the sun, you know?
Nah, I wasn't in the sun that long. You know, black people don't need that much sunlight, so I was good.
Okay, sound good. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get this show started. Now, I hate how sometimes we have our show and then a day or two after the show, some big news that drop or some big rumors or whatever you want to call it. And last week, like there was a huge rumor about Kojima. His next game will be with Xbox, or Xbox exclusive. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but a couple months ago, PhilSpencer had an interview with, I don't know, CNN or some damn body he had an interview with. And on that shelf behind him, that bookshelf, you saw that huge Kojima Productions logo right next to the Xbox logo. And Jeff Grubb said, yeah, that could be something real significant or substantial. That's what he said. I'm sorry, substantial. And here we are a couple months later. There was a trailer of a game called Abandoned for the PS5. And of course, some people assumed, oh shit, that's Kojima's new game. It's going to be on PlayStation. But Jeff Grubb, and we know Jeff Grubb has a hell of a track record. He came out and said, no, that's not Kojima's new game, because Kojima's new game is most likely going to be an Xbox exclusive. They're in discussions right now. And he mentioned over this past weekend that it's at the portion where they're like the lawyers are talking about it. Now, Kojima, I felt is a legend in the community. I didn't like his last two games, to be absolutely honest. I didn't care for Death Stranding nor Metal Gear Solid 5, but we can't deny that the guy is a legend. So let me go to our guest first. Doc, what do you think about this rumor Kojima next game will be with Xbox? You know, like what's your thoughts about that?
The way I feel about this is simple, right? So I joined Xbox this generation, right? And all I heard the whole time was Xbox has no game from the other side, right? Xbox has no games, Xbox has no exclusives. And little by little, I started seeing Xbox doing all these moves, even moves that to me, I didn't fully understand. But what they're doing is they're like punching the Sony ponies in the mouth for everything that they're saying. But I know what's going to happen. The results are going to come out, right? And this is going to go through. And then the Sony ponies are going to say that this guy doesn't make good games, or that his games are just all right. Or whatever game comes out is not going to be that good. Or God forbid the game comes out on PC, it's not an exclusive anymore. You know, the whole thing, the way they changed the whole narrative, right? But to me, I'm excited because I'm on the green side, right? So I'm going to get to play whatever this guy comes out with. And what's even better is that even if it is trash, I'll just try it for Game Pass. And if I don't like it,
right,
then that's it.
Uninstall that shit. That's it.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But somehow, some way, that's a loss. But you know, that's just what I think. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for every single move. I hope they buy everything.
Yeah. I know that's right, man. Hey, R&B, man, let me get your take on this, bro, since you know, fresh off of vacation.
Let me think. Should I stomp the pony's legs in first or second? Let me see. No, I'll do it first. Oh. So I understand now that it's a law of the war of attrition. Whatever the ponies lose is now trash, even though less than 3 months ago they loved it. So now if Kojima, the creator of Metal Gear Solid, creator of fucking all these smaller classics but he has a unique style too, whether you like him or not. I didn't really care for Death Stranding, and honestly, I like Kojima's imagination when it comes to his games and the things he thinks of. But his writing, to me personally, his writing doesn't really catch up to it. That's why he hires other writers. Outside of that, he's created real cool, fun memories and fun things for the gaming world. But I'm ready to see all that get tossed into fire just because his next game is Xbox exclusive. All these ponies that were capping and loved him from the PlayStation 1 through the PlayStation 4 are just gonna take all those memories and toss them in the lake of fire because now he's making a game exclusively for Xbox. I'm ready to see that. I'm ready to see them just all that portrayal just because they're salty. I am so ready to see that.
All right, brother.
Man, you said it's a witch hunt. You said it's a witch hunt.
Hey, let me get a super
your
chat.
mic sounded fantastic.
Yeah, I had to mess with it a few times. Pause.
All right, let me get a super chat for me. Is my easy with the $5. First PlayStation first party games cost $104 here in Canada.
Damn.
And third party games cost $91, while Xbox Game Pass costs $240 a year. Never been on Xbox before, but Sony lost me. Damn.
Wow.
Hey.
Oh, snap.
Oh,
that shit. Let's go.
Hey, you know what? I love to hear stories from another country, even though Canada is real close to us. I love Canada, by the way. I live in like Michigan, so I'm really close to Canada. But you guys, I love to hear stories from other countries about how their game, like how much their games cost, and it's crazy, man. And Xbox Game Pass is $240 a year there, and just imagine buying like 2 PlayStation games, but for a year,
Over $200.
have over 300 different games, and there are some big third-party games going to Game Pass at launch, and that's absolutely amazing. But thanks for the super chat, and I appreciate that info. But Sean, hey, what's your thoughts about this, man?
Oh, it's interesting because, like, first of all, let's say Kojima is a legend, regardless of what people have, what they think about the last 2-3 games. Metal Gear Solid, I was the last one. I didn't like it. I wasn't into that game. But Death Stranding, I said to you guys many times, I only got to about 11, 12 hours, but I was enjoying that game. And the only reason why I dropped it, because your favorite game of all time, the game that destroyed your life, was Shenmue.
Man, fuck shit. Hold on for a second. Hold that thought. My daughter this gave me $5. I know I'm gonna have to give it back to her soon. But thank you, Myri. Thank you for giving your pops $5. That's my oldest daughter, 22 years old. Thank you, honey. She said, "Hey, Dad. Hey, boo. How you doing? I'll see you this weekend." Thanks for the $5. I know I'm gonna get that shit back to her in some way.
Didn't give it to her in the first place. He was like, "Drop the super chat, gonna look good."
She wants interest on that, bro.
Yeah, she want interest on it, so I'm gonna have to give her 25. Watch. Man.
No, like I was saying, I dropped it because of Shenmue. I never really got back to it, but you can see the community, they're losing it because Kojima, when you think about Kojima, everybody thinks about Sony, like PlayStation, because it's made like majority of the games on the PlayStation. So seeing the meltdown was awesome. Don't get me wrong. The inner Xbox guys will love seeing the meltdown. And now for his next game, obviously we know Phil likes to leave like clues on his shelf in that interview. And Jeff Grubb, let's be honest, like I know people trying to discredit him with like one tweet he might have said something about, which it might not be wrong in the future. It could be right, but Jeff Grubb has been like 9 times out of 10, I would say he's been hitting it out of the park since last year.
Oh yeah.
So I would take his word on it. Jeff Grubb saying something is going on, and a lot of people want that horror game because PT, that demo, a lot of people really liked what he did with that game. So hopefully there's something good will come out of this relationship. And then, like I said, we just want good games, bro. Interesting games, different, unique experience. So let's hope something does come out of this.
Yeah. And let me say something. Let me ask Doc something before I go to the rest of the panel about this topic. So, Doc, you said you recently kind of came to the Xbox side. What influenced you to come to the Xbox side?
Honestly, it was just the value, man. So when people say, I heard the term Xbox has no games, right? But then I saw, Xbox has no games yet. But then I saw the value of Game Pass, and it just made sense to me. So just like the super chat dude said about all that money that he's got to spend in Canada to play games, to me, I don't buy games over $20. Like I just don't. So technically, I wait for games to get really old. So when you guys are experiencing all these games, day one, because you guys are buying them at $60, I'm waiting literally years to play them. Like that's just the way I do it. And Game Pass is giving me the opportunity for the first party games of the system, and now even some third party games, to be able to play them as soon as they drop. And it just made sense to me. And then I'm not going to lie, I fell into the narrative that the Xbox Series X was the more powerful console. And I understand we got to wait for tools, and hopefully they find those tools fast, because I don't like that the Xbox Series X is running games similar to the PS5. I wanted to destroy the PS5. Let's just I'm being honest. You know what I'm saying? When people are like, "Oh, it runs the equal," well, that's not good enough for me. Like I bought it on the
this guy
Essence.
straight up gangster. Let's kill him.
I bought it on the essence that it was gonna be, destroying the PS5 or whatever. But as far as the value goes, no, it just made too much sense. And then I'll be honest with you, once I actually got into the Xbox ecosystem, I was pissed off because I believed the hype that Xbox has no games so much that I didn't even get a 360.
Damn.
And I got an Xbox One S late in the game, and the only game that I had for it was the Master Chief Collection, and the only game that I actually got to play on the One S was Combat Evolved. That's it. So I really didn't experience Xbox. Now everybody's telling me that, Doc, you missed out on the best part of Xbox, which was the 360 era. You guys tell me if I'm right or wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
So they said that those games that was when it was, the console wars were really, back and forth. But now that I got to play like all the Gears, I'm playing the Halos again. I'm experiencing things that I thought weren't good because I just believed the narrative. And I'm going to say something to all the Sony fans that are listening. I don't care how you feel about it, but I understand God of War is a classic, but I'll say this over and over again. I would prefer to play Gears of War over God of War any day. Any day. And any day, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know what I mean? And that's just my experience. So now I'm excited to try all these, I'm doing quotations, no games that Xbox doesn't have supposedly, and see exactly what it's about. So I'm not listening anymore to what reviews say. I'm not listening anymore to someone who is pro Sony, what they say. I'm not listening because I have Game Pass. I get to try the game myself, and then I'll be able to tell you if Xbox has games or not. And right now, they got games. So I switched over. I'm happy I switched over. And when they find these freaking tools, I'm gonna be really excited.
This is an instant subscribe.
Who's been telling you?
Oh yeah,
Xbox ain't got no games. Has it been your brother?
For sure. Yeah, for sure. I agree with you.
Go ahead and break it down.
Listen. It was like I don't know how old the rest of the panel is, but I grew up during the wrestling era where you had to pick sides. You weren't really. You either liked the Undertaker or Stone Cold or The Rock or Triple H, and you weren't really switching sides or whatever. Definitely. So for me, once I got I went from the Nintendo 64, and then after that, I think I got myself a PS3. Was the next system after that, and then I also got a GameCube too. But once I hit that PlayStation, I didn't even look the Xbox route because everybody that I knew in school and everything kept telling me like, no, Xbox no good, and it almost turned like I didn't understand the full console wars, but I understood the gang mentality, right? I'm from New Jersey, so I understood the gang mentality. So it was like, okay, green over there, blue over here. But once you grow up and you become a man, you realize that sometimes you're missing out things if you don't go to the other side. And I looked at what the PS5 was offering, and I looked at what the Xbox was offering. So I just took that gamble. And even though they said Xbox had no games, the real thing about Game Pass that I liked was the fact that there was a lot of third-party games that I already knew Sony fans said were good. So like The Witcher 3 was on there at first. Skyrim, I think, was on it. There was a whole bunch of third-party games. Not Skyrim, but there's a whole bunch of third-party games that were on there that I was like, okay, I know these games are good, and I never got to play them. So I'm going to go ahead and subscribe, and I'm going to get to play them, and I'm going to see what's up. But then when I started playing the first-party games as well, man, it blew my mind. And then I see TK9 in the chat. I did a podcast with him, and man, he's a real gamer, right? So he was schooling me on all the games that like Xbox really has and everything. And I'll give credit to my big bro in his podcast, because when I was on their podcast, I started asking. I was like, listen, I really don't know, but I'm gonna start naming off games. You guys tell me if they're good or not. And I said Rise of Rome, and they were like, yeah, that is a good game. I was like, okay. I said Quantum Break. They said, yeah, that is a good game. And I went down the list. Kept mentioning games that were like exclusive. And they're like, yeah, those are good games. Yeah, those are good games. So at the end, I was like, but you guys said that there was no good games.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So
when you said your brother podcast, who are you talking about?
Oh, Porter Rock. Y'all know my big bro.
Oh,
hey, what episode was that? Because I want to hear that shit.
That was recent.
I gotta go back and look at it. But yeah, but so I'll be honest. That's why I do like doing his podcast, because those speak truth. You know what I'm saying? But especially if you ask them directly. But it's just I felt jaded by all the rest of the Sony fans when I believe that Xbox has no games. So I'm gonna say this to everybody in the chat: don't believe Xbox has no games. If somebody tries to tell you Sony has no games, don't believe it either. Go out, try them out yourself, then you'll see what games you like. And at the end of the day, that's what matters, is what games you like. So God of War could win every single award it wants. But if I like Gears better, I like Gears better. It is what it is.
Right.
Unless it's
There's levels to this.
There's levels to this, bro.
Levels to this.
Yeah, Stadia don't waste your time. Ain't got no game.
No.
Snap.
We're hitting the super chats. Let me get to the super chats right before tsunami gets started. Emmanuel A1, what's up, Emmanuel? With the $5 WBG. I finally got my Series S, and I'm loving it. Good to see Mother F and Doc Dark on the show. No bad takes, Doc. What you say? No bad takes tonight, Doc.
Yeah, Emmanuel be on me too, bro. If I had to make a bad video, bro, Emmanuel be on me.
Emmanuel's one of them guys, bro. He supports all the Xbox guys, bro.
And
Shout out to
green,
Wavy, man.
Emmanuel bleed green. Daniel Hay. Oh, where it go? Daniel Hayes with the $2. Damn, why keep on leaving this? $2 to play the Pony Alert video.
Oh shit!
Here we go.
All right, brother. Hey, you paid for it. You got it. All right, so Doc, so we usually play that.
Yo, what the hell was that?
Doc, so we usually play that little clip. We started it last week when we were about to talk shit about ponies. So I usually get them like a disclaimer before I talk shit about them. Say, yo, if there's ponies in the chat, you might not want to hear the next segment because we're gonna talk about y'all ass. So that.
Oh my god, what can we do then? Let's go. I feel like this is a safe space. Let's talk shit about ponies.
Hell yeah.
I've been so politically correct, man. Let me talk my shit.
We got emoji set.
Where'd you find this guy? Let's go.
Hey, Dirt. How did we go from Xbox has no games to now Xbox has PlayStation games first?
Oh man, R&B back.
He feeling spicy because his mic working.
Oh, shit. Let me get the super chat for my boy Cinedex with the $2. FIFA 4 Fump. Sony said ban be gone. Damn. Oh, Cinedex, man.
You missed Erodimus.
They in the basement.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, Erodimus was up there.
Erodimus had a super chat, yeah.
Oh shit, where is that? Oh damn, thank you. Thanks for I missed it. Thanks, bro, for letting me know. Hey, Rodimus with the $5. Yo, Dirt, who is his light-skinned brother speaking facts about Xbox? There's levels to this. Hey, Doc, you got people to know you, brother.
Hey,
thanks, hey, Rod. Oh man, let's talk about is levels to this.
There's levels to this.
There's levels to facts.
He talked a little bit of shit. You should subscribe right now. Where's in the chat? Go and Erodimus. Oh,
You get DJ Berto.
DJ Berto Doss with the $2. Oh man, P-Rock stay capping. And Dirt, play that again.
Hey, he paid for it.
Oh shit, we gotta get him.
Do it again. Do it again. It's an actual pony.
Oh shit, man!
Y'all didn't warn me about this.
What's that dance you doing again? The Asian dude. Gangnam Style?
Oh yeah,
it is a Gangnam Style, yeah.
All right, so let's go and finish this topic up, man. Hey, yo, Phantom Kraken just dropped Doc. Is that his link?
Just dropped his, just dropped his channel. So
yeah, so Phantom Kraken dropped Doc Dark link in the chat. So go ahead and subscribe to him, man.
I appreciate
Tsunami,
it.
did you give me your take about Kojima, bro?
No, but I'll keep it short. I'm not the biggest fan of Kojima. I know he has some great ideas, and I think if he's come with the horror, then that's definitely something that people have been liking. So his storytelling is bar none, because good or bad, they're definitely a unique take. And I mean, with a lot of money, you can see what they can do. And Xbox got a lot of money, so if they can make a game and it's fully his vision, and he has all the I won't say time, but all the stuff he needs to make a fully fleshed game, unlike Death Stranding, I'm in for it. And as long as I get a day one for free, and it's a win-win. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Joe Hanzo, what's your thoughts about it, man?
I'm gonna keep it short, like Tsunami. I'm gonna be honest. I get like Tsunami. I'm not a big fan of Kojima. I did love PT. I played that demo like way too much. I still have
they
it.
said if you have a PlayStation with a demo still on, it actually sells for way more.
I'm not gonna throw that away crazy. I still have it, but I really don't care about this deal. I'm just here happy because I want to see Jeff Keighley's face once that shit says exclusive.
Oh shit! I forgot about that guy.
Now capping for fucking Xbox and make us Game of the Year finally, because God fucking damn it,
Johansson, imagine he turns it over like, because he loves Kojima.
Of course
he does. Imagine he turns like he turns away from him, some shit like doesn't
like it's over.
Like it's over.
Or even worse, he start capping for Xbox. Oh man,
he has to. But anyway, I just want to see Jeff Keighley's face and all the tears of
You're right about that. I totally forgot about Jeff.
Man. That's it. Yeah. That's all I want. And plus, the game is free on the Game Pass, probably. So
right. Let me get this super chat from my boy Stone King X with the $10. What up, Stone King? Oh, now I know who Dark 1985 is. I subscribed to this YouTube channel 2 weeks ago. Facts, man.
D-Rock's brother, man.
Doing this thing, man.
It's like the light side and dark side.
Yeah, man, doing this thing. Devin, so you got thoughts about this, man?
I just want to see ponies cry.
Oh shit.
I never played PT, but I watched videos on it, and that shit looked amazing. So if it's anything like that, that'd be awesome. Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 were good. The rest I didn't care for. Death Stranding looked amazing, but the game is boring as shit, and I didn't pay money for it. So hopefully this game is horror, or at least better than Death Stranding, and then I'll be happy. And ponies crying regardless, so I'll be happy.
The tear.
Hey, let me let you guys know this though. Also, it was also a report that said Jim Ryan denied. Well, I'm not gonna say Jim Ryan. Well, Sony denied. Excuse me, Kojima's next project because Death Stranding didn't sell enough. I don't know how true that is. But it definitely seems like Sony told him, "Yo, man, that game definitely probably cost a lot of money because he has some real actors in there,
bro. The actors in the mocap, bro.
Real actors in there, great music. Like the graphics was amazing. The game itself, like Devin said, was boring to me, but you can tell it cost some money. And so far, and I think with the direction we're seeing Sony go right now, I can believe that they was upset that the game didn't sell well. And look, man, we're not going to fund another one of your expensive ass games that don't sell well. So, yeah, so I can believe part of that. So, anyway, any more thoughts about this before we move on, y'all?
Now we good.
Now we good, brother. All right, man. So, next topic is about Xbox games, right? So there was a guy named Chris Dring on the podcast on VGC Off the Record podcast. He mentioned that he was talking to friends from some Xbox studios, and they said that Everwild, Perfect Dark, and Fable are far away. Now, he didn't say how long. He made a joke talking about, like by the time the next Xbox come out, and come on, bro. That'd be like 2030 or some shit. But he said that those games are far away. He mentioned those games specifically. Now, let me ask you guys what you think about this. Me personally, they show CGI trailers of Fable. Everwild, I'm not sure if that was CGI, but I think that's how the game looks. And also Perfect Dark. So usually, like Sue said last week, when they show a CGI trailer, the game is usually a couple years away. Now, what do you guys think about this? And those games, those three games in particular, being a couple years away. And isn't it funny how people ignore that they still have some games in the next year? But anyway, Sean, hey, what's your thoughts about it, man?
No, like what Sue said last week, I think a week before, when just 1 second, bro.
Okay, Doc, what's your thoughts about that, man?
All right, so for me, Perfect Dark is my favorite game. Like that is my favorite game of all time. So I would want this game to come out. I don't know. I feel both ways about it. I want it to come out as soon as possible, but then I want to make sure they do it right, because it legit is my favorite game of all time. Perfect Dark is. That's part of my name, Doc Dark, right?
Right.
But what gets me about this story is like how they contradict themselves, right? So they out of one side of their mouths are talking about how the game's gonna come out when the next Xbox is, right? When the next Xbox comes out, but then you hear people talking about how this is gonna be the last Xbox.
Right.
So it's like what like they don't make sense. Like people that are anti-Xbox like really don't make sense. They argue against themselves. But this makes sense. Games take time to come out. For me though, I'm in a very unique situation. Like I told you guys, I haven't played on this platform in many years. So I still have a lot of games that I'm going through. So I'm straight for now. When I run out of games to play and I don't have any more games, that's when you'll hear me start complaining. But till then, I'm fine, man. So take your time, Microsoft. Make sure the games come out. Make sure they're good. Don't show any bullshit trailers, right? So we don't get no more Craig jokes. And then yeah, just when the games come out, they'll come. I know they're coming. So
yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Let me get a super chat from Teacher of Israel with the $5. Remember Xbox One console of choice last year? It all makes sense now. They won what is it, like a poll or something?
I believe so.
They won a poll last year. Okay, yeah. Hey, definitely, man. I think like what Doc said, man. I think people. It's really like Xbox. Some of the things they're doing right now, some of the moves they're making, is really grabbing people's attention. Like, hey, somebody told me Xbox is dog shit. Like you said, somebody told me Xbox had no games. Somebody told me Xbox is dog shit, but I guess not because they're making some great moves. So
it's
yeah, man,
it's not a great move. It's the big moves. That's what it is. And let me. Sorry, I just got interrupted, but. Games like Perfect Dark and Fable, we know when this show trailer, them games are going to be 2-3 years out easy. That's what it is. So this is why they got the ZeniMax deal went through. They need to fill in that gap. Even though them games are 2-3 years out, they can fill in because I'm sure that they got 8-9 studios from that deal. I'm sure they got something coming out this year, regardless if it's going to be exclusive or not, but it's going to be part of the Game Pass service as well. So it's just there's so much is working. Obviously, we heard many people talk about like there's so much going on in Xbox with global publishing as well, which we probably talk about later as well. There's so much games in development that this year we don't know what else is coming out because Jason Ronald has said it as well. The games that are not announced will be coming this year as well. So there's a lot coming.
There's a lot coming, man, and so like just the games that we know about, like Halo Infinite, Stalker 2, we had Crossfire X. Psychonauts 2, I know that's a multiplayer, but it's still an Xbox first party game. I'm assuming Hellblade 2 will probably drop next year. They have tons of games, man. Like whatever Compulsion's working on, we know they've been working on their games since 2018. So they have games.
The only thing we got to take into like COVID, we know like that's gonna knock back like development with everybody. So
they
maybe
say about 6 months, 7 months.
So 6-7 months. Say like example, Hellblade might have made it late next year. It might get pushed into 23. You just don't know because of COVID. So
yeah, true. And it's not only affecting Xbox. I mean, it's funny when people act like COVID is only affecting Xbox. It's affecting everybody, every game development team, the whole world, man. So people trip out with that. Let me get a super chat from is that Sakata? With the 279, and God of War is far, far away. They showed us a logo.
That is true.
That is true.
Yeah, I think God of War will be next year, though. I think it'll be next year because God of War came out in 2018. But it'll probably be next year, late next year, probably.
Now that you're mentioning these things, I think at least one of those 3 games are going to come out next year. Maybe it might be the end of next year, but I think one of them are going to
Everwild,
Everwild, Perfect Dark, or Fable. More likely, one of them. I think at least one of those are coming out next year. Maybe even the end of next year, but still, I think one of them's
Next year,
gonna
2022. Maybe not.
But honestly, the only one that should, I guess, kind of surprise anybody on that list is Fable. Because we heard rumor about this for like, 2 years before they announced it, correct?
Yeah, that's true. We heard they were working on a Fable game in 2018. That's true.
Yeah, that's the only one that really surprises me. And I don't see why ponies are running with this as a W when literally your studios that you capped for, the head writer and the head director quit because they said they can't make a sequel. So how is this?
We're going to go there.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the topic.
How are you mad at us for delayed games, but y'all got no games?
Y'all got your shit in the basement on the tablet. He making it indie right now.
Oh God!
I see a pony in the chat.
Is Fable a good franchise?
My personal opinion, I finished part 2. I played part 1. I never played part 3. It's okay, but this is like an old reboot. You know,
I thought the first one was great.
Let's say it just didn't age well.
That's what I say.
Yeah, old games didn't age well, but this is a reboot, and I can't wait to see the reboot.
It had like a thing to it that had like it was one of the first times you seen like choices you made you good or bad and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So a lot of games took up after that. It's an RPG, but it's a low level. I won't say low level, but it's not a super deep RPG.
Right.
Some of the themes and stuff they talked about was a little risque and a little mature for
Yeah,
let's just say it's not woke enough. That game is like, it does some things that like you're like, yeah, you can get like STDs shit in that game.
Yeah, this is a new team doing it, so we're not sure about their vision yet. So I guess we'll see. Let me get these couple of super chats before we continue. Warlord 1015 with the $5. The likes should match the viewers, and it's free. Stop being stingy with the likes. Facts, Warlord.
Facts.
Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that like button. Thanks, Warlord, and great advice for the chat, man.
Oh, definitely.
Jigga J with the $5. What's up, Jigga J? What do you guys think will be the first Series X game with graphics that will melt our faces off?
Hellblade
2.
Hellblade 2, yeah.
Because that's going to be Xbox Series X and S and PC exclusive. And I think that's going to be the game,
you know
bro.
what?
Project Mara.
Yeah, but Hellblade.
I think Hellblade probably be before
They said
Project
the
Mara.
next one, so I'll say that's gonna be first.
Something just happened in real life time, guys.
What's up?
What?
I turned on my Xbox, and guess what I'm downloading right now, so I don't got to take your word for it.
MLB.
No, Fable.
Oh yeah,
And it cost me
That's what I was
nothing.
gonna say.
I got all 3 of them. I'm gonna get to try them out and see what's up for myself.
Man, he said, how much did it
Doc,
cost?
I'm gonna tell you, those graphics ain't gonna age well, brother.
That's all right, though. It cost me nothing.
There you go. If you ain't feeling it, what you just uninstall it, right?
Right.
I'll put it to you this way: it's some people's favorite game of the 360 era. Certain people they say it's their favorite game.
Right.
It's just you won't expect what you're gonna get on that game. That game has a lot of weird humor, UK humor.
I think the first one is the best.
I like the second one better.
I like the second one, like besides the boss fight was the worst boss fight of all time, but yeah. Let me get this super chat.
You should download Rare Replay though too.
Yeah, right. Cloud Practitioner with the $10 just joined the stream. Did ponies in the chat start bragging about sales yet? Oh wait, they already did. These fake shareholders are funny AF. Hey, yeah, there was a guy I saw somebody saying, "Well, is the Xbox outselling the PS5 yet?" No, and it might not ever outsell it.
Ponies, what happened to the narrative? You guys said we don't talk about money, we talk about games. Now you guys talk about numbers, and we're talking.
Now you're counting pockets.
No, but any PlayStation fan that uses that argument is dumb, because if Microsoft wanted to actually sell Xbox Series X and S's, they wouldn't let you have Game Pass on the original Xbox and on PC. They're not about that. So obviously, I hope the PlayStation is outselling it. That makes sense. And what's crazy is that before these games even came out, I'm sorry, I'm getting pissed off because I see this argument all the time. Before these systems came out, I remember watching Sony channels when they would say they don't really care about the sales of the Xbox Series X. But now that's what they got to argue with, they're using it. And they sound dumb. Yep. Microsoft is allowing you to play Game Pass like who was it that mentioned that your cousin or something bought an original Xbox, right?
He did.
Microsoft is allowing you to play Game Pass because they're pro-consumer on old generation Xboxes for the time being. You know what I mean? So of course, I hope Sony is outselling hardware wise. But at the end of the day, that means nothing to me. That doesn't increase my satisfaction in gaming, and it doesn't increase your satisfaction in gaming if Sony's getting money in their pockets. Right. It's such a dumb argument. But
hey, Doc, you know what though, Doc? I think also people need to realize this. At the end, well, let me rephrase that. At the start of a new generation, sometimes people just buy the most popular console from last generation just out of habit, right? Now, at the beginning of the Xbox One generation, as bad as the start of the generation was, Xbox still sold it. The Xbox One still sold extremely well at the beginning of that generation, strictly because a lot of people love the 360. Even though Xbox has some stumbles at E3 and things like that, some people just automatically, you know what, I bought the Xbox last gen, I'm going to get it next gen. Then they got it like, man, PlayStation looking better. So some of those guys said, you know, I'm going to take my Xbox back and get a PS4. So what you're going to have at the beginning of this generation, PS4 was just more popular last generation. So automatically guys are just going to get the PS5. Now, if those now will those guys stay? That's the question. No, because some guys might not be brand loyal, like, you know, how some ponies or some Xbox guys just love their brand. Some guys might say, yo, they ain't doing it for me, let me switch. You know, so I'm saying it's going to be like a transition.
They might get the Series S or something, like a second console then.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't get a second console or a third console. They always stick to the one platform. And with the option, like when they look at like Game Pass and seeing games drop in there, and like with all access as well, opportunities right there. It's easy to get in, and all them games instant. That's it, bro. And I reckon a lot of people will get the Series S as a second console.
Yep. And about to be at $300, man. And you know, it's a good deal if you get the Series S with Game Pass. And like we mentioned last week, India, for the first time ever, well, it's the best launch an Xbox console ever had in India. And they said part of the reason was because, you know, the PS5s were sold out. But like I mentioned last week, before, if a PS5 or the PS4 was sold out, they would just wait until they got a new stock in. They wouldn't get an Xbox. But they said, okay, let me check out this Xbox with this Game Pass. And they said the price of the Xbox Series S and also Game Pass was the two reasons it outsold everything last month in India.
Hey, listen. Working in retail, put it to you as nicely as possible. People from India are very, very value dependent. Like when they see value in something, they'll make sure they get the most value.
Are you saying they're cheap?
Come on now, player.
No, not cheap. Value for money. They're like
okay, Sean. Yeah, they're a little cheap.
It's not being cheap. I'll give you a prime example.
Valuing the little income that you have.
I'll give you a prime example. No. These people were engineers. These people were engineers, but they used to come to my store and get the free bag that they don't give a fuck about just because it was free. I was like, okay.
The opportunity's there, bro. You take it.
Yeah, the opportunity there, you take it, man.
Take it, bro.
All right, yo.
You know something we never thought about?
What's that?
How many countries is Game Pass more attractive because of the higher prices of games?
Yeah, it's gonna be a thing to look forward.
Yeah,
look at it. Yeah, going forward.
I mean, just look at the baseball thing. It's in Game Pass and it's $70 on the PlayStation. I mean, only a fool would be like. I mean, if you love your PlayStation, that's one thing. If you don't have an Xbox, that's another thing. But man, if you got both. I mean, that would be a no-brainer, right? I mean, like there's so many people said the same thing on Outriders. They had both consoles. Yep. They had pre-order for the PlayStation, but they said, shit, I'm about to cancel my pre-order. Just play it on the Xbox.
Right?
Makes sense.
Makes sense, man. I mean, this made a lot of sense. But any more thoughts about this, about the whole thing with those three games being far away?
I mean, even if they are, Xbox is doing what they have to do to keep us engaged. And that's buying third-party exclusive. Well, I won't say exclusive, but buying third-party games to go on Game Pass day and date. So just like how at the beginning of the generation with Sony didn't have any games and they relied on the indies and stuff, and just like currently how they don't have a lot of games coming out and they're buying, gear exclusives and stuff. Xbox is doing what they have to do to keep their fans engaged and happy. So it's like a first party or a third party game doesn't make it a better game to me. As long as they're giving us great games and Game Pass day one. That's all that matters for time.
Oh my God!
Absolutely.
Facts. Facts. No, listen, facts. Oh my God! Can you repeat that one more time for everybody?
Oh, but
No, you're right. Cause it don't matter who make the game.
yes, yeah. Because okay, first party games to me are cool, but they're not my favorite games in general. Like on both sides. So they saw you come from third party game. Like yeah, because I like them better. But not if I can get my third party games in that service that's already on my platform, included in the service that I already pay for. That's even better. Like,
Bro, you're making too much sense, bro. You're making too much sense.
So yeah, so like it's like as long as they're keeping their fans happy and engaged and keeping them fed, they're not gonna worry about those exclusives up front just yet. As long as they're happy, keep on giving them content.
Hey, chill, Carlos said, whoever's eating, mute your mic. Is somebody eating?
That's R&B.
I know it's R&B. Eating some lemon pepper wings.
No, 100% Sue's right. Like, you gotta like fill in the gaps. Like, don't get me wrong. When you have a first-party titles, that's what gives the identity to the console. That's why people come to the platform.
Identity, yes.
They can't get that game on a PlayStation or on a Nintendo Switch. But what they're doing right now, they're doing it right now with Outriders, MLB. We're hearing more stuff in the future.
Exactly.
So they got to fill in the gaps. And once them AAA games or first-party games are ready, they will drop in. And I really hope once they start dropping the first-party game, they do not stop getting third-party games in as well. Hope to continue what they're doing right now.
Right.
And just like you said, exclusives gives a console its identity. I personally think the identity is now becoming Game Pass. When you hear Xbox, you hear Game Pass. Like I don't think of like Master Chief or I don't think of any one particular
but
or
at
few
the end of the day,
franchises.
but at the end of the day, inside Game Pass are the games. So
Yes,
the games are
exactly.
still gonna be
But that
identities.
goes back to the point. The first parties are part of Game Pass, so it's bolstering the same thing that's giving its identity.
Listen. Here's the thing with these three games possibly not coming in 2-3 years. Just this year alone, we got Outriders. We're getting MLB The Show. Psychonauts is coming close. Halo's coming in November. Possibly Starfield. We already have talking about 4 or 5 games. There's no gaps in the.
All the
Flight Sim too.
And yeah, we're talking about those things plus the third party.
We
Next
got
year, we're possibly getting Forza Horizon 5, sorry, and whatever else. Plus, there's other 20 studios not releasing games yet.
We got Madden. We got 2K. We got NHL. We got FIFA.
Hold on. Hey man, why are you saying third party sports games? What are you talking about?
Because we can play
because FIFA is coming right around the corner too.
Yeah, but
we also have EA. So the gaps are already, to me, it's not that wide like before. So I'm not worried because of let them finish the game when they're gonna finish, and then hopefully it comes as polished as possible. I already have a bunch of games to play right now. My backlog is way too big.
Yep.
I still haven't finished a whole bunch of games that I just bought because of this fucking spring sale. I just bought 5 games. And I'm like,
look at R&B. He's still playing Wasteland 3.
Exactly.
Right.
Nah. I put it down for a second.
You done finally?
Look at Devin. He's still playing Siege.
6 years.
So anyway, my point is, let them finish the game when they're gonna finish it. If Microsoft only had like 2 studios, I would worry. But right now I'm not. There's 23 teams, whole bunch of games, third-party games, and they all come to Game Pass. What are we worried about? What the fuck are we worried about?
Hey, let me say this right quick. My take on it is, yes, those games probably are a couple years away. And like you guys have been saying this whole conversation, Xbox has a lot of content coming, right? Damn it, I said coming. But they have a lot of content on the way. And I forgot to mention Starfield, when I first started talking about this subject. Starfield is supposedly going to drop this year, if not next year. That's still within the year. And I mean, they just have content on the way. And yes, we want those games to be good. Like Doc said, we don't want a Craig situation to happen again. Take your time with those games. There's plenty of other studios working on content. And, just take your time. But I got a few super chats I got to read, guys. Ellen Chus return. Sorry if I butchered your name with the $5. Sony started making PS5s earlier. They have more PS5s to sell. Microsoft waited for better tech, so they have fewer SX to sell. Not really that complex. Yeah, I mean that's true. That's true. I mean the PlayStation it's going to sell. we know it's going to sell, no doubt about it, man. I mean, it's a pretty decent console. Well, I don't have a PS5 yet, so I don't know. Spartan Ghost 17 with the 5 pounds. Field moves are way ahead. Baseball is the number one sport in Japan and Taiwan. He wants that Asian pie. Peace and love. Shit. Ponies on suicide watch.
That's good to know, that. That's good to know.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he did that for that reason. I think he did it as a chess move, which I think worked.
100%, bro.
Hey, Doc, he's definitely
not only
like
Asia. I
Hold
know football is big in Latin America, but the second sport for Latin America is also baseball. So you got to watch out.
Yeah,
That's true too.
True. That's true. Hey, Doc, you know, Phil, but you're absolutely right. It was a strategic move because he went behind Sony back. Yeah. Xbox dealt directly with MLB for that deal. They went behind Sony back, man. Cloud Practitioner with the 20. Thank you, brother.
Woo.
Having third-party games day one on Game Pass is much better strategy than Sony's time exclusive philosophy. Y'all are right. The Xbox Series consoles are doing very well, even without a major first-party launch title. Absolutely, bro. And they're doing extremely well right now because of what they're putting in Game Pass. And like I say all the time, like we all say, just imagine when that content just start flowing through consistently, like Pong Soul said some weeks back, an avalanche of first-party games is coming through. And they're going to keep on coming through, right? You know, we don't know what the coalition's doing. We don't know what so many different teams are doing. So, this is great stuff.
Exactly what Cloud said. Like, I would prefer that dropping day and day third-party games into Game Pass and getting like a 1-year time exclusive. I would definitely take the.
Oh, definitely, absolutely.
Listen, if I was Microsoft, I'd be really aggressive with these day and dates on Game Pass, especially with these third-party games. And the one game that I think will definitely shift the narrative is if they somehow figure out how to get GTA 6 day in and day.
That's gonna take too much money.
But if they do some shit or Call of Duty, any big, because I think like Outriders, PlayStation fans are like, it doesn't matter, right? But that MOB thing actually hit them. Really you see a lot of Sony fans kind of like, wait a minute, because if you're not an MOB fan, you're still looking at it mathematically. Wait, $70 on here, but they get to play it regardless
in the service. Yeah,
day one.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
day one too.
Yeah. Hey, you know what though? There's a few type of casuals. I said this last week. There's the casuals that only play games like COD or Destiny. Then there's the casuals that only play sports games, and then there's the kids. That's the casuals, right? So Xbox has the sports games casuals. If they're interested in like, if they're not brand loyal, like they love PlayStation or Xbox, and most casuals, they're not really brand loyal. They just play what their friends have and what's popular. Xbox has the sports category locked down right now. They have every major sports game in Game Pass right now.
And the NHL dropped today as well in Game Pass.
Right, NHL dropped today. FIFA's dropping next month.
Next month.
It's crazy, man.
That's insane. That when it comes to the sports games, and a lot of guys like Sue and Nova, they never played the FIFA games.
Oh no, I play FIFA. I just don't. I never got into it. I'm service level. I played a couple times. I said, okay, have fun. I'm trying.
I'm saying the rest of the crew got like Post and these guys kind of got into it. Like, was it last year?
They had they were like,
oh shit!
10-hour trial and they was playing games.
They were enjoying it,
having a ball.
Yeah, it's fun, man. Shit is fun. Jigga J with the $3. PhilSpencer out there making Lex Luthor moves. Thanks, Jigga J. Anyway, any more thoughts about this, y'all, before we move on?
More achievements for me.
More achievements. Oh shit! Hey, we was on the topic for a while. Well, it's a great conversation, fellas. Ralph Lewis with the $5. Sony fans are paying for us to play MLB for free. Pony, damn. I'm assuming he said, I'm assuming that he meant tears tastes fantastic. Pony's tears taste fantastic.
Hey, there's only one way this gets worse. If for some reason, somehow, some way, it ran better on the Xbox than the PlayStation.
Oh my god!
We're waiting for that day.
Oh my god!
I can't see that happening, man. I
don't think it's gonna happen. I'm not capping that hard. I'm just saying, if it happened, my god, the tears.
Oh man! All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on, man. Now, I'm going to say this: people that subscribe to me you guys know my channel, you know my content. If you really listen to my shit, you know my content. You know I'm pro Xbox. This podcast is obviously pro Xbox, and yes, we take shots. We even taking shots at ponies, mostly all podcasts. But I'm really conscious. I don't want to be labeled that Xbox podcast that only talks about PlayStation and PlayStation fanboys all day. Because we know on the other side, there's plenty of pro PlayStation podcasts that only talk about Xbox people all day and Xbox, and then they want to call us this. So I'm real conscious of that. But at the end of the day, this is a gaming podcast first, and PlayStation has been in the news. They have been in the news. Ain't no way to deny that, right? See, I see this guy in there saying Game Pass is the welfare game. Yeah, okay, brother. So with that being said, we have to talk about what's been going on in the news lately, man. There's no other way to put it, right? Right. So those few ponies that I saw in the chat, you guys have been warned again. We're about to talk about PlayStation. And listen, I don't know these are my panel's opinions. I don't know dark opinion about this next topic, but we're going to talk about it, right? First off, excuse me. There was a big old article from Jason Schreier with Bloomberg. And he has some very interesting things. I'll get some water. Some very interesting things to say regarding Sony being the development team that did Days Gone, which is a game that I absolutely loved. I really did like the game a lot. And I'm, you know, I thought that the game was really good enough to get a sequel because they said the game was profitable enough. Now, it wasn't like received that well as far as Metacritic scores and some of the reviews, but me personally, like I said, I liked the game. So there were some things about Days Gone 2 being pitched, and Sony denied it. Said, "Yo, no, you guys can't do that game. What you guys can do though is go help out Naughty Dog, right?" that's what the right. That's what the story says from Jason Schreier, and he seems to be pretty legit. I mean, he has some connections at Sony over there, and he seems to know what he's talking about. Now, there was a whole big thing about Jeff Ross, who was I believe he was the lead developer at Sony Bend at one point, but I don't believe he's there anymore. If I'm mistaken, let me know, guys. But he's gone. But he did a podcast yesterday with David Jaffe, who was the original God of War creator. They had a pretty good podcast. I listened to the whole thing. It was like 4 hours long, but it was some great things.
That long? Wow.
Bro,
yeah, it was like 4 hours long.
You see that clip though when that dude he called in?
Oh, that was funny.
I heard that.
That was actually kind of funny, man. It was kind of funny.
That's crazy.
Go ahead, Dirt.
But yeah, so but the article, you know, like I said that they pitched Days Gone 2. Sony turned them down. Said no Days Gone 2, but you guys can actually do some other shit with Naughty Dog. And so some of the people was upset about that, and some of the people left. We heard last year that some people left Sony Bend, and like a lot of us was like, whoa, they left Sony Bend, you know. But people was like, yeah, people leave all the time, which does happen in the gaming industry a lot. People leave and go to other teams and stuff like that. But then they said the remaining people said, yo, you take us off of this Uncharted or whatever they were doing. And they're working on another project, the rest of Sony Bend, but it's not a Days Gone 2. So there were so many different things talking about how PlayStation, they only want to focus on their big blockbusters, which is fine. I understand that, but they don't want to take risk anymore. People always, you know, said the Xbox only focus on Halo, Gears, and Forza over the years, and they never want to take risk. And you see now, at the same time, it seems like Sony's doing that now. According to this article, they only want to focus on The Last of Us and their huge franchises like God of War, which are great franchises, absolutely great games, man. So, you know, what do you guys think about this? So, let me get these few super chats before we get to this. because it's a lot of stuff about this topic, man. Tip Diamond with the $5. What up, Dirt, Sean, Sue, Phantom, Devin, R&B, and Guest Doc. Hit that like button. Oh yeah, Xbox still ain't got no game except for Sony's. Oh, Tip Diamond. Oh,
Yeah,
hey.
Diamond, come on.
Tip Diamond said, "Hey, we got your games, you piece of shit." Oh, so look, Tip Diamond actually is the one that showed me. Is it TK9?
Yeah.
Yeah, his video, man. Tip Diamond posting on Twitter. I was like, this dude funny as hell.
Yo, TK not hilarious.
Yeah, so I went to check him out. I'm going to get him on the show really soon. Actually, he was in the chat, said, Dirk, man, hey, can I come on next week? Brother, I'm going to hit you up on Twitter, brother. We can set it right on up. But Geekhead with the $2, Last of Us, Uncharted, Horizon. We got the music
Trinity.
Huh?
Trinity, like Halo, Gears, Forza.
Oh, right. Yep, I got you, bro. Yes, that's, But I mean, look, they're just saying, look, man, we don't want to take risks no more because these games are super expensive. Something that Jeff Ross said yesterday on the podcast, he said the original Siphon Filter, I don't know if you guys remember that game, it was dope back on PS1. He said that game took $2 million to make. $2 million to make back in the PS1 day. So his point is only indies take $2 million to make nowadays. And Sony games, we know The Last of Us had to cost $200-300 million. That game, I know some people don't like the story. Some things in the story, some things in the story I hated,
That's
but
crazy.
the quality of that game, you cannot deny the quality of The Last of Us. And you could tell that shit cost some money. And these games cost tons of money and sell like 5 million just to break even with some of these
You're
games.
sounding like a bot, man. You're sounding like a real Xbot right now.
I am.
Are you back now?
You did for a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, you were botting, not
I was.
yeah, a little
Oh
bit.
shit. No, damn.
Yeah, throttle. You download
No,
them
you
games.
sound
sorry.
good now. Don't panic.
Yeah, so
You're trying to strike you down.
no, but that's what I was saying, man. So these games are super expensive, and I totally understand where Sony is coming from. But what do you guys think about this, man? Don, let me ask you, bro. So I don't know if you played Days Gone in those games, but what do you think about Sony's new strategy of only focusing on their huge AAA games?
You said me?
Yeah, Doc. Yeah.
All right, so this is where I gotta caution all the Xbots, including myself. We need to look at what Sony has done in the past, right? Because that's what we got to go off of. And if there's anything we can say, regardless of whether you want to call them walking simulators or not, is that Sony has a good eye for what a good game is, right? So if internally they deemed that something wasn't worth it, right now I'm going to trust them, right? So this is not a point for us to fully celebrate. I even made a video about this. To me, it's okay. Let's wait for these games to actually come out. And if these games aren't worth that $70, then that makes sense. Because I get what Sony's doing. Sony is going to charge these guys $70 for games. So if I was a strictly PlayStation dude, I would want Sony to focus on major games. You know what I mean? Like, if that's what that platform is going to be meant for, then I would want that to be what they focus on. So them canceling a Days Gone, if it turns out for another project that's even bigger and better, I'm okay with it. Let's see what it is. Now, if they said they were going to cancel Days Gone, and because of that they had to cancel something like Returnal or Ratchet and Clank or God of War was getting pushed back, now we can look at it like, now we got trouble in the waters. But until Sony really messes up with what their main focus is, which is games, I think there's nothing to really worry about.
Okay, so I'm gonna hop in right here. So you said if they didn't, take them away from doing a great game, how do you know? They said you can't make your next game. Matter of fact, you go make an old game, a remaster that was already remastered for PS4. That's stopping.
That wasn't Sony being.
Huh?
That wasn't Sony being. That was another team that I was gonna get to next.
Okay. So, anyways, I'm just saying, like, say something like that. You're preventing a studio from making another game because you're too afraid of it not making money. So basically, it's kind of what Xbox was doing before. They say, okay, we know Halo's gonna make money. Okay, we know Gears gonna make money. Okay, Forza. So basically, if you're okay with that, then that's kind of the same thing that Xbox is doing. And they said PlayStation's innovative. They're pushing the limits. They're doing this and doing that. So basically, by playing it safe, you're no longer innovating. And that's the point that I think fans should be worried about. It's not necessarily if a game is successful or not. is more so if they're playing it too close to vest, where they're only going to make Mario and Zelda and like we don't want rehashes, we want new things, and sometimes it's going to be risky. But when you get that one, it's going to be brilliant, and that's going to change something for somebody in the gaming industry. So like, yeah, they do make good games, and to a lot of people, they love Days Gone. They were mad when Days Gone, was not getting a part 2. So if they're going to stick to big games that they know are successful, it's going to stagnate and it possibly could cause, franchise fatigue.
But you see, this is the product of what Sony fans have done. This is their product. Like Demon Souls so well, and it's a remake. And whenever I try to tell somebody this is a remake game, I get, no, but it's a great game. This is this and that, right? Like remakes and remasters, if they didn't make money, they wouldn't keep making them.
Oh yeah,
but they do. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem. If the fans are buying them,
but that's the problem. Would you rather have a Demon Souls remake, or would you rather have the next Demon Souls?
No, I would rather have the next game. That's what I would rather have. Yeah.
That's the thing.
They're sticking to things that they know are successful. So
definitely.
You're not going to get those new IPs. You're going to get the part 7s and the remakes and stuff like that.
Hey, let me say this real quick, y'all. Let me say real quick, Sean. Hey man, Dark man, like help us break a record, man. We got 332 live viewers in here. Hit that like button, man.
Oh, that's what's up, yo. That's what's up. Hey, congratulations, Dirt. That's what's up, baby.
Yeah, bro. Thank you.
Awesome.
Hey, man.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank
Who
you.
was that?
Thank
That was
everybody.
me had
Shout out
Rand
to
and,
everybody in the
Yeah, we broke that. We had 330 when we had Rand and Dilla on like last July.
Yeah,
And
right after
we ain't
big
got close
Xbox
to that
news,
since,
too.
but yeah.
It had the hype. This is just a regular show. So shout to you, shout to the chat, hit the like button, share it out. Let's go.
Yeah, we lost that shit real quick though.
Look at the Sony ponies are like, nah, Sony ponies. Yo, they toxic. They toxic. Sony ponies like, fuck this.
Hey, they dropped out immediately, bro. Like,
yo, they dirty as fuck.
hey, your opponent's like, who this guy think he is? Fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh.
They wanted to talk their shit, but they're like, fuck that. Look at that shit drop.
It dropped immediately. Damn, that shit took back. Look, more people drop. Look.
You can't make this shit up, dog.
They're going to cry in the car.
All right, Sean, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, I know you brought up Demon's Soul, but the thing is, a lot of people did not play that game last on the PS3.
Yeah,
they didn't know they didn't know what that game was. But with Days Gone, like, I'm not sure who else played it on the panel, but it was a good game.
Yeah,
we know the problems with that game. It came out buggy. It was a bit too long. That's one of the biggest problems. It was a bit too long for itself, and the problem was like, the way the game ended. This is what I'm disappointed, and even the Sony guys are kind of disappointed because the way that game ends is set up for the sequel, and the potential in that game. Now look at the first Uncharted. It was an okay, decent game, but Uncharted 2 just knocked it out of the park.
And then didn't they say Days Gone was like in the same world as like Siphon Filter?
Siphon Filter.
He did say
That's
that.
confirmed. That's confirmed. Yeah.
There's so much potential.
Go for it.
I was about to say they confirmed pretty much with that interview Jeffy did with the old boss of Ben saying no more Siphon Filter games. Pretty much, that's what they were saying.
And that's the thing. I know, like, I believe it was Sean Layden before he got booted out. He goes, "We're gonna make fewer games, but like
fewer bigger games.
Fewer bigger games." Yeah, that's how he put it out there. And it seems like Sony is going that because Days Gone sold well, but it wasn't good enough for Sony, and they want to concentrate on the main titles now.
That's the trouble I have with this, because it seems like these new games are attached to a Metacritic score now instead of sales, which is
that's the way they're going. Looks like.
Yeah, because look, I didn't play Days Gone. I'm not interested in. I'm not much of. Oh my god! Now all the sound outside. I'm not attached. I don't like much of zombie games. I'm not that much of a fan of that. But I know a lot of people like it. A whole lot of people bought the game. The game apparently sold excellent. So having this news come out of nowhere that you're not making the game, but instead you're making a new IP, sounding like, to me, it sounded like, all right, your game did not review well. So what you're gonna make now is a new IP, third person, but not open world. Like you have to make it now the Sony model in order to be successful. That's what it sounds like to me. Like, because they have a new IP now. But why you're making a new IP if you had a successful game? Unless they're like, you know what, we want to make like Naughty Dog did. They did Uncharted, then they did The Last of Us, and they jumped to Uncharted again. Maybe they want to take a break, but in this case, it doesn't seem like that. It seems like Sony just doesn't want Days Gone back because it wasn't good for them for some reason. That's the part I don't understand. Now, the whole article, I don't think this is trouble in paradise at all. Right. Sony is really good at making their way of making games, which is the cinematic experience, the narrative, all that. They're perfectly fine with it. And I don't think there's gonna be nothing wrong with that. But
that's the thing. Sorry, like John, this is one of the things. Like, shout out to a couple of like the proper Sony guys are coming out. They're saying, "Who asked for the Last of Us remake?" We seen like Marlon Gaiman and these guys.
Yeah, P-Rock said that too.
Yeah, who asked for the Last of Us is an incredible game. Incredible game. That game is obviously got a remaster on the PS4. No one asked for that, and that's why they're all pissed off. Like the real guys are pissed off because they wanted a Days Gone too, because they knew the potential for the sequel could be incredible. Could be another it could hit the high 80s or the 90s with the next game.
Yeah, but I just don't know why Sony made that decision. Plus, remember behind the scenes we talked about the developer. The developer would talk to us, and he said somebody at Sony was having trouble with the Unreal Engine, and somebody on the other side helped them fix the game. Remember that?
Yeah, we did hear that. Yeah.
So maybe Sony's like, no, we don't want this deal ever again with Days Gone. It was delayed a whole bunch
and it was
of
lengthy.
Yeah, and
they said it was a 5-year process of the game. It was a lengthy development cycle too.
I had a troubled development cycle. Unreal is not a Sony engine, so I'm not going to be surprised if the new game, the new IP that is coming out from then, it's actually more of the model of a Sony game, of a PlayStation game.
Well, I don't know. Because Ghost of Tsushima did fine, and they have open world game.
Yeah, but it's a different engine.
It's a different engine, but like sorry, Doc.
But Sucker Punch actually did it well.
Yeah, but like Ghost of Tsushima, it was people were looking for that type of AAC type of Japanese game. Looking for it was an open world game, but it's not like a massive open world game. It's just open up. That's it. It's nothing like crazy like AAC, and people like that different genre as well because they like that culture. They like what it was doing. Because you can take different paths as a samurai, a ghost, and all that stuff. So that's what that game did well, because it was a good game as well. That.
And also, I know there's a difference between.
Hold on, man. I got something to say, bro.
I know there was a difference between Demon Souls because they made the remake of Demon Souls because From Software is hot right now. It's like everything they do is great. So why not revive a franchise that you had and nobody played? There's a difference there. But
they laid off the team that made Demon Souls. Hey man, Doc got something to say.
I just got a real quick question. You guys answer honestly. Do you guys think a Last of Us remake is going to sell on the PS5?
Yes.
Okay, so why would Sony not do it? So why Sony? So we all said yes. So why would Sony not do it?
My personal opinion, the game still looks great. That's why I'm like, the game still looks phenomenal.
It's not like it's more so it doesn't need it. It's more so
than not yet.
Good. Yeah, like the game, they have a PS5 update to it. Like it's
not like we're waiting for the Last of Us 2 update.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a reboot?
Well,
it's a remake. They like
look. If
they
the remake,
so it's not a remaster. It's completely remaking it.
I'm thinking they want to make the remake to come out close to the TV series from
TV
HBO.
show.
Yeah, probably.
That's what.
And maybe I don't know, but maybe they're gonna put some story elements from Abby when they're.
Are you gonna pay $70 for it?
That's what it's gonna be.
We won't, but they will.
No, that's what I'm asking.
No. He's saying for a remake. Should you pay $7?
But here's the thing: a lot of people love The Last of Us the way it is, and now remaking the whole story just to fix your narrative and put Abby in it or whatever you're gonna put in that game. It's just like, why would you do that?
They could have had a parallel story with different characters.
That's the thing that I said on Twitter. I'm like, what if the remake is actually just different characters in the same universe, just different circumstances?
It could have been Abby growing up. You know what I'm saying? It could have been a whole. There's so much in this world that they could go to.
So it could have been like a Lost Odyssey thing with Uncharted. It could be something like that. But no, they're making a fucking remake.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. And
that game was felt better, I guarantee you, than a remake.
It sucks for Ben, but at the same time, it doesn't because they're still hired, they're still making games, and they're making a new IP. So a new IP is good.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not.
It,
to
feel,
me,
it
it's not-
feels
Hey,
like
but let me say this.
it feels like they got the engine running and it runs well. They said we're gonna use this engine. We may spend all this money on this engine. You can make another game with the same engine. Go ahead and do it quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
let me say this right quick. I believe what they're doing, like some people not gonna like you said, Sean, there was some some PlayStation guys really upset that we don't need The Last of Us. We don't need it. But like, hey man, they're focusing on what's going to make money. They
Right.
are focused. Listen, bro. Listen, I might tell you guys one of my terrible analogies, right? But I'm going to do it anyway.
Do tell.
Back in 1994, right? I had options for my prom date.
Oh no.
Go ahead.
That's
Oh,
the truth.
God.
Don't get yourself in trouble now. Don't get yourself in trouble. Hold on.
Are you sure?
No. Hey, no,
Are
but I'm
you
gonna tell
sure?
you. Guess who I took to the prom?
Your wife.
One? No, man.
Your cousin.
I met
No,
my
no.
wife
Oh,
years later. My cousin. I
Your first
took
wife.
the chick to the prom that I knew I was gonna get the buns. My point is, PlayStation knows what's going to make them money, right?
Yo, that's a great analogy. You thought that was a bad analogy?
No, normally, come on,
I usually have
Hold
bad
on,
analogies.
Let's go deeper. You took an ugly girl, didn't you?
No,
Oh.
I still got a picture.
Oh,
man,
shit.
I still got a picture.
DM. Let's send a DM. We gonna judge.
Yeah,
this.
I'm gonna sit in and damn deal. At the beginning, these super chats from Warlord 1015 with the $5. Sony is broke. Their TVs ain't selling. Can't afford to take risk or losses. There will be a Game Pass publisher in 5 to 7 years. Damn, that's a crazy prediction, Warlord. I don't know,
Jesus,
brother.
7
We'll
years?
see. My girl, the Ash and Luca with the $5. She got the
What up?
hello emoji with the eyeballs. Is those lips? What is that?
Yeah, it's a
No.
face.
It's one of those
Face.
TikTok things the kids
Oh.
do in the chat.
Oh my
Thanks,
God, look
Luca.
Look.
Thanks, Luca. Appreciate you.
Another super chat from her.
Look at another one.
So she came in, showed some love, and said, "Peace out, y'all. Goodbye."
Oh,
All right, thanks, Luca. Appreciate you.
Well, I think that's what they're worried about because obviously, like when it comes to the like a lot of the Sony guys, they want to see more risk. That's what they like the PS4 because they've seen all these new IPs coming out, and now they're seeing this like there's no Days Gone 2. Imagine the next Horizon Zero Dawn doesn't do good numbers. Does that get scrapped?
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's what they're worried about. That's what's going on as well.
They said the
Communicate.
Sony Vaio is not popping like it used to.
Because
Damn.
man, listen, these games are hella expensive, man. And Sony first party games are so quality. They take years. They take years to make. So if a team is if a team is building a game for 5 years, you gotta pay that 300 person team for 5 years, right? So these games are super expensive. Emmanuel A1, he said, hold on, did Dirk just say he took his cousin to? No, I didn't say I took my cousin to the prom, bro.
He did say that.
Devin said that.
Big bun.
Devin said
You
you
said
took
you
your
found
cousin.
out after she was your
He
cousin.
said his cousin had a
Whatever.
big bun.
Get out of here. Hey, man.
He said keep it in the family.
Hell no.
He said Plan B.
Let's move on, man. Plan B. How dare you, sir?
But no, Dirk.
He said we cousins. We can't have this.
Oh.
Oh, whoa, God, whoa.
Ew.
Hey, we second cousins. Oh.
Levels to this. Yo, there's levels to that.
Let's
Hey.
move on, man.
Oh,
Let's
man.
move on because y'all are
Moving
getting
right
carried.
along.
Y'all getting carried away. Victor Allenstein, man. With the shit, where'd it go? Hey, hold on. Go back to it. Damn. I'm sorry. Victor Allenstein with the $2. Sony is trying to unify their movies and studios. Yes, I can believe that because they have all of their big first party titles is being made into shows or movies. Yeah,
They want to
it's
bring that
pretty cool.
synergy. They want to bring that synergy.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Even with the new
Tell me.
deal they've done for Netflix as well next
Yeah.
year.
And listen, I like it. I'm gonna watch all that shit. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Hey yo. Speaking of Sony, right? It's actually by them, but it's on Amazon. The only reason why I even know this is because like right before the show comes on, it says Sony and Amazon, production, whatever.
Yeah, like,
It's a show called Them. It's a very reminiscent of Us, but it's a whole nother level.
I hated Us.
Yeah, but like
Is it better than Us?
Them, yeah. Them.
Okay.
Them
I'll check it out.
is based in the 50s, but it's spooky as shit. It is hella
Who they?
racist. Listen, it's about this family that came from South Carolina and moved to Compton back when it was still all white. and basically they got a whole bunch of spooky, scary stuff going on, a whole bunch of race stuff going on. But it's a good show. It's very tense. So check that out.
All right, I'm gonna check it out because I hated Us, but you know we're.
It's not even by the same characters. I mean, the same writers, but they have this the little
that girl is still there, right? The same girl,
yeah. So they want you to realize this is the same kind of feel because it does have that same kind of feel, but it's to a whole nother level.
Tsunami, we just lost like 10 fucking viewers. What the fuck?
Why are you looking at viewers? What are we even talking about?
Why are you looking at viewers? Got it.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and move on.
Sony Studios, come on.
Let's go ahead and move on, man. Hey, so guess what, guys? E3 is back. Woo! E3 is back. Of course, they ain't gonna have no people there being all musty and stanking up the whole building, but it will be digital. And this year will be backed by Nintendo, Xbox, Capcom, Ubisoft, Take-Two, WB, and Coach Media. I don't know what the hell.
Forget about Konami, bro. Is it gonna be there?
Konami? No, I'm just reading this list. Konami, why would Konami be there?
I don't know.
They don't make shit. So, and it's from June 12th to June 15th. So that's great to hear. We're going to have an official E3 this year. So what do you guys think about this? Now, let me ask you, Doc.
Yeah.
E3s, are you familiar with E3s in the past?
Honestly, I know that it's a show that they go and they display what's coming up or whatever, but I don't know how big of an impact it actually has on anything, especially nowadays. So I'm gonna have to defer to you guys as to is this really that big? I think Nintendo, when they started doing their little Nintendo Directs, people started following that stuff where they do their own show. So I don't know if you guys let me know. What do you guys think about this?
Yeah, it was definitely bigger back in the day, but at the end of the day, like they were still growing. So like the viewership was still growing the last time they had an E3. So it's like the Super Bowl of gaming or the Academy Awards, level type of thing for the industry. So like it's a big deal, regardless of who's there, who's not, or what you think of it. It's the one single gaming event that draws the most eyes next to the Game Awards. Yep,
absolutely, man. It's like, okay, this for example, last year we really didn't have E3 for obvious reasons, COVID and all that. So 2019, every podcaster in our community, they were live streaming Xbox show, whatever show PlayStation put on. It's a big deal because they're showing all of the new stuff, all of the new games on the way. So it's a huge deal, and even like the whole week, people are talking about what Xbox showed, what PlayStation showed, even though PlayStation has
the media bees all over.
Even the media, it's a huge thing. So since you're in this little thing now, this console war, so to speak, brother, you will see how big E3 is. It's going to be huge. And this year, Sony's not going to be there again. But honestly, this is just my opinion. I wish they were there, but they don't need to be there. To be honest, they're going to have their own little state of play or whatever they're going to have. They're going to show their shit, and people are going to love it. So to be honest with you,
it's just like last year that because of COVID, things obviously everybody plans change. So everybody started doing this Summerfest game, which is still doing this year as well. But when it came to a Microsoft show, Square Enix, and all these other guys who come like Ubisoft, it was all separate. It was everywhere. But it's nice to have it back over that long week or over that long weekend. You know what's going on? People were saying, when is the next schedule for the next event? When's Ubisoft? When is Bethesda and these guys? Like, everybody was confused last year. The schedule was everywhere. But to have that nice 3-4 day block, we know what's going on. I believe Microsoft will have it on June 13th. That'll be the E3.
That Sunday.
So it's a packed event. And I obviously last year we missed it, bro. Let's be honest, we missed it. Last year it was shit.
Last year was shit in general. So like you said, it was just so crazy. Everything was so scattered. So it is good to see it's going to be a bit more organized like this year. Like I said, Sony and EA won't be there, but it's still good to have the other.
WB is going to be there. They'll probably show Suicide Squad and more of the Batman.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Hey, but this is going to be really good though. Remember, Bethesda usually have their own show.
Yep.
Jeff Grubb said, "Huh?"
So they had their own day.
Yeah, they had their own day. So Jeff Grubb said that he feels Bethesda show is going to be first, and then it's going to go directly into Xbox show. So they're going to have their own little, 2-hour extravaganza or whatever you want to call it. So that's going to be dope because whatever Bethesda show, with a few exceptions, will be Xbox first party titles, and then going right into the Xbox show. So that's going to be great, man.
How do you reckon they're gonna do it with the two shows? What do you think that one will go on Saturday and the next one will go on Sunday?
Jeff. I said Jeff Grubb said they're gonna go back to back. That's what he said. And Jeff Grubb seems to know. Yeah, Jeff Grubb seems to know.
Brother, that's gonna be a long ass stream. You know that.
Hey, that'll be worth it. Let's sit down and talk and have fun with this. So, yeah,
I just can't wait to see, even from the first party, even from the third party, on the big stage, watching it in. Well, I hope they can do it in 4K. I hope they get the stream right, because last year the streams were well bad and they made the games look like shit. Yeah, you have to watch the upload videos on YouTube on the Xbox channel or the PlayStation channel. So let's hope they get the stream right with the 4K stream, because first impression, it's a big deal, bro. When you see
they are
the
huge.
First time, because when you get put off, if the game looks good and the stream is dog shit, you get put off, bro. You think, it's not that good. It looks okay. It doesn't look next gen. But let's hope all these companies get the 4K stream going, and we'll have a great
because
game
it's gonna be more divided, because it's gonna be on Twitch, it's gonna be on IGN, it's gonna be E3, it's gonna be Xbox. So hopefully it's not too much demand on the fucking the stream and stuff like last year.
Hopefully, bro.
It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. And don't forget, it's April 12th. It's only a couple months away, man.
That's crazy, damn.
It's only a couple months away. This year ain't flying by.
2 months, man. Shit.
Yeah, it's only 2 months away, man. So it's crazy. Any more thoughts about E3, guys? And because throughout the next couple months, we'll have our prediction shows of what we're expecting. But
we'll get further into that. Yeah.
I'm still waiting on Sony's hundreds of shows from 2019.
Oh damn. Hey yo, dog, man, you see how amazing R&B is, man?
Yeah. I like it. Everything was cool, calm, and he came back.
Yeah. R&B don't say shit for the whole show, but he was coming and say some shit about ponies, idiot. And be quiet again. But anyway, guys. Sean, are you staying now, man?
No, I need to get up early. I'm gonna get going. I've got an early start. I've got to do something in the morning. So,
hey, man, do me a favor, Sean.
Do us all a favor.
Hey, Sean, do me a big favor, please. Get the fuck out of here. Oh
shit. This is the way I got treated by my partner.
Do you give a shit that Sean's leaving?
So I just want to say shout out to over 300+ people today. What a great stream. You guys coming out, showing the support. Respect to you guys. Shout out to Doc as well for coming on, and awesome, and I'll give you a follow on Twitter and on the channel as well. So you guys have a good show, and kiss my ass.
Get the fuck out of here, guys.
All right, man. Have a good night, bro.
I'll see you in a bit, boys.
All right, man. Yeah, and take your ass to bed too. I don't want to see your ass in the DM.
You need the animation for when we kick Sean off.
Right, we do need animation. We be kicking him out the show.
He's like fan to say, "Oh man, I gotta do some more work."
Yeah, I'm still here. Why are you talking shit for? I'll see you in a bit, boys.
All right, man.
That's funny.
So, Doc, this is the last 30 minutes of the show. We do a thing called "Do You Give a Shit?" I just pretty much just run down a bunch of smaller gaming topics. Just actually, do y'all give a shit? We might talk about one. We might say, I don't give a shit. Move to the next one, Dutch. And that's pretty much what we do. That's it, brother. A lot of smaller topics. So let's go ahead and get to it. Let me put in my timestamp, please. So first, little small topic for Do You Give a Shit? Hey, yo, all of the members put Sean face in the chat, y'all. Put his face in the chat. So anyway. All right, let's go ahead and get this started. So this is a huge rumor, and I know Devin is absolutely ecstatic about this rumor. Sonic Colors Remastered could be heading to the Xbox.
Why you pulling my name out of the hat with that shit?
Man, you know you love Sonic.
You're the only one that talk about Sonic, Dirt.
So y'all don't give a shit, I guess. Okay, we'll move to the next one. Final Fantasy VII exclusivity is officially up, but we haven't heard anything. Is it going to Xbox? Is it what? So what's up with this damn game, man? Did Sony sign an extension? We just don't know. But
I doubt it. Highly doubtful.
I do give a shit because it is my favorite game of all time back on the PS1. So obviously playing it and getting achievements and all that kind of goodness, possibly coming to Game Pass like all the rest of the Final Fantasies. So yeah, I do give a shit. If it didn't come to Xbox, that would definitely bother me.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll see soon, I guess. Next up, Microsoft buys AI speech tech company. What is it? Nuance for $19.7 billion. Do you guys know what this is? I don't know.
It's an artificial intelligence software company.
Yeah,
Okay.
they do stuff like
AI
Dragon or something like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Dirt, I did hear a funny joke about it. People were saying because they spent all that money buying it, they probably have to share that technology with Sony
Oh shit.
to make up the money back.
Yeah, I don't know why people be thinking just like with Game Pass, they were saying, oh no, like just like with Bethesda, they were saying, well, that's $7.7 billion. Xbox gonna need that money back.
Yeah.
They gonna get it back.
Microsoft just spends
They
a
need
number
Sony to get that
19
money
billion.
back. That's what they said.
Yeah,
Remember they said that, and then in the first quarter of 2021, Xbox made
They
like
made
14 billion.
They doubled it.
Well, I'm sorry, Microsoft.
Yeah,
made.
they doubled it.
Oh man, you stupid motherfucker.
Yeah, like a lot of stuff that Microsoft buys is not necessarily just for the IP or just for the actual app or whatever it is. It's for the technology behind some of this stuff.
Absolutely.
So like even with Discord or even with Mixer, like they still have all that stuff in their back pockets, regardless of what product they have it in. So
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
they're trying to like build like their back end just as much as their front end.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Boys
Absolutely.
are smart.
Yeah, man. Emmanuel A1 with the $2. Hit that like button. Dope. Dope new picks, Dirt and Dev.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, bro.
Hey, I have I work hard on that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got no picture. Hey, man, we need some new, some new members so we can drop some new emojis. Devin and Tsunami and R&B, man. I think I'm gonna take the Fallout guy out because nobody uses him. So I'm gonna pick out one of you guys to put in next. Anyway, so Steam bestsellers last week. Outriders tops the chart at number 1. It Takes Two showing great legs, and number 2, It Takes Two was absolutely phenomenal.
Great game.
Absolutely phenomenal. Forza Horizon was 4. Sea of Thieves. I'm sorry, Forza Horizon 4 was 3. Sea of Thieves is 4. Horizon Zero Dawn is 5. Halo Master Chief Collection is 6.
What?
So it looks like Xbox.
Look at all them Xbox games.
So
three
wait,
games.
hold
my
on.
God.
So you mean to tell me the games that we said they didn't have, the PC people was finally starting to catch on? Our Horizon's doing better than their Horizon? Jesus.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yep.
The
So
people that
3
check in the
Xbox
Fallout
games is in the top 10 on Steam.
It was like that before with Sea of Thieves, Grounded, and Fight Simulator.
Yep.
Yeah. And then
not
don't
to
forget
mention-
about Minecraft. Minecraft is always in there somewhere.
I was gonna say, not to mention, Outriders was the top paid for game on Xbox. While it,
top
it dropped on Game Pass day one, but it was
The
still
hype
the,
itself made
And
people buy
number
it.
3 best played game.
You know
was
what's?
crazy.
Oh my God, that's so crazy. That's why I love when people speak facts. I did not know any of this.
Yeah.
So
And that's
they-
why you
oh
tune into
my-
a podcast like us. We give you the news, not just
Oh
banter.
my God.
Yeah. If you want some good gaming news and also some shit talking about ponies, this is the podcast for you. Hey, we have a new member, man. Help me with his name.
Tenzoroku?
Tenzoroku. Thank you, brother, for becoming a member. Hey, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Hey, man, use a couple of those emojis in the chat, man. Yes, talk that shit. Or kiss my ass, Dutch. Yeah, man. So, man, every time I start screaming and shit, my throat gets dry.
Getting a little excited.
we
Yeah, man.
we talk the facts, not the cap.
Yeah. So what's next? PS4 reportedly will no longer play physical and digital games offline without a CMOS battery. What the hell is a CMOS battery?
CMOS
No,
battery, it's
Yeah.
basically like for BIOS. It's like when you turn your system off, it's like the battery that keeps your
memory
system
alive.
still memory. Yeah.
Okay.
Supposedly it's supposed to last long, anyways, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
That's
those things look like
bad.
It's like a watch
years.
battery, so I don't know.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit's-
one of them circle batteries, I believe.
But the big deal,
Yeah.
the big deal out of it, without that little battery, the games can't be played at all. So
Even-
basically, the PS4
Wait a
was
minute, wait a
So
minute.
so wait,
even
wait,
if,
so it
even
has
if you have a
finite-
battery, it has to be good still, because some of them are like they get worn out or they're
Yeah,
bad,
batteries die.
and it
That's
still
the
won't
big-
work.
finite.
The big news was because without it, the PS4 is basically a DMR box. So
Mm.
Wait a minute, hold on, wait,
Which
stop.
means you can't own your games.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Even if you have
it
a
just
disc?
won't work.
Hold on,
You
wait.
can't
So,
claim
so, that
everything was
ownership,
a lie.
so that ownership they was talking about is based on a CMOS battery?
Oh man!
Jesus.
All this
hold up.
time they've been talking shit
Your
about batteries.
crappy
What's
Cas
going
deal, fucking
on?
watch.
But hold on, wait a second, Dirt. Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color cartridges just now a few years ago stopped working. So
Yeah.
what the fuck is Sony doing?
I don't know. I guess somebody found. I don't know. Somebody found this out. Some YouTuber or something found out that if the CMOS battery isn't there, no games will work, physical or digital. So let's move on. Who gives a shit? This is another rumor mill. The Metal Gear Solid IP is being licensed out by Konami.
That's
Oh,
not surprising.
As they
Not
should.
surprising at all.
As they
I don't
should.
believe it.
You know what? I would like to see a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3, which is my favorite one. I would like to see a remake
What's
of
it
that.
called? Destin from IGN. He went through like 40 games that should be remastered before The Last of Us.
The last
Oh,
of us,
shit.
Oh, I have that video in my queue. I haven't watched it
Yeah,
yet.
I can watch it there. Yeah,
And
I
that,
haven't.
and that was one of them. Was the Metal Gear? The early on was the SNES
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah. Oh, those back in the day. Yeah, I never
No, he
played
said
those.
all of them, but like you said, remake. Like imagine remaking it like from the ground up, not just a remaster, but like a remake of those games.
Mhm.
Like that's
I hope on that list there's a game that he made back during the Sega Genesis, I think it was.
Zona,
Everybody
what
remember?
you talking about?
No.
Who you talking about? Kojima?
Yeah. He made a game called Snatcher. Everybody remember that game?
Was that him?
I heard
Yeah, that was him. That was him.
That was on Sega CD.
Sega CD. That game needs to be remade in that brand new
Oh, so
Fox
that was
engine.
him. That was
Yeah,
a
that was him.
Konami game.
That was a
Okay,
Konami
I
game, yeah.
never played it, but I heard it. It
That
was
game-
like Blade Runner, right?
Yeah,
Kinda
it was like a love letter to Blade Runner mixed in with his own quirkiness. I wish that game would get remade. That was game was fire.
What was the name of that game? I don't remember.
Snatcher.
Snatcher. I do remember that game, but I never did play. You know, that was Sega CD days. I was a teenager. I ain't had no damn money.
Oh, y'all remember?
Sega CD is a little
Oh
bit.
shit, this game is fire. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So EA is teasing a new Mirror's Edge game. What do
Really?
you guys think about? Because I love Mirror's Edge.
Really?
The first one, the second one that came out
Where'd you
a
see
few
that?
years back was kind of because they try to make everything open world. That game didn't need to be open world. That shit was kind of ass.
I literally finished playing the first one a few days ago because it's on. No, I'm sorry, a few weeks ago because it's backwards compatible. Unlike PlayStation, I can't play PS3 games no more.
Damn.
So
Oh,
it brought back so many memories of the early 2000s when I played that game, and it's just fun to access it. So it'd be interesting to see where they go with a new one.
It was the first parkour game. Like
Yeah, it was on EA Play.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the
I
first
couldn't
one.
get into it, but
Game Pass, they was-
Titanfall kind of brought me around.
Yeah, it was Mirror's Edge, Dead Space, and something else they tried new. I can't remember.
Yeah,
This
but
is the
that's
first I've
that's
heard
my
of it.
point. Like Mirror's Edge, hold on, EA has so many dead IPs that people love, and they bring back Mirror's Edge. Like,
hold on, don't cap. Mirror's
Yeah.
Edge is the first one was.
would you
amazing.
rather have a Dead Space or Mirror's Edge?
Both.
Me
Yes.
personally, I'd rather have Mirror's Edge.
Oh,
Both motherfuckers. Both. Fuck it.
He'd rather have
Of course,
Mirror's
both.
Edge. Oh,
come on.
Of course, both. But if I were to pick, like, from what I had more fun experiences with, it would be
Oh
Mirror's
man,
Edge.
bring me Dante's Inferno back. Jesus.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh,
game
yeah, that was
dope.
fun.
I heard that was good. Yeah, I heard that was good.
Yeah,
Not
Dante's
much
Inferno
else
was
to
fire. All right, let's move on, guys. I want to share my screen for the next
Watch out with
one.
that porn picture. Once out.
Yeah, gotta watch out.
picture your cousin.
Oh shit.
At prom?
Hey man, you cross the damn line. You out of line for that shit. So, all right. Let me play this. What this is Jeff Ross. That shit blurry as hell. This is Jeff Ross, and David Jaffe asked him about like somebody asked him, will older hardware, I forgot what the hell he said, but Levi said, listen.
If weaker hardware, you know.
You gotta turn it
Can
up
you guys
more.
hear it?
You gotta turn it up more.
Oh, that shit's loud as it can go.
approach. Says, does developing for weaker hardware limit game design?
No, I think that's an excuse. It's approach.
All right. I don't know if you guys can hear because that was as loud as it can go. It was super low.
He said if weaker hardware.
No, I
What?
think that
He said, "Does weaker hardware?" I can't even hear that.
He said, "I'm sorry." He said, "Does weaker hardware hurt game design?" And he said, "No, that's just an excuse."
Yeah,
That's what I've been
that's
saying this whole
touch.
goddamn time. Nobody said it wasn't gonna be harder, but it can be done. Yes, it's gonna take more work by the devs. Yes, but at the end of the day, he proved our point. Like these games can be done.
Did he just in a roundabout way say the PS5 was weaker?
No. He ain't saying nothing about the PS5.
Oh, okay. Oh,
No,
okay.
he ain't saying nothing about the PS5. Somebody asked him that question, and he just asked Jeff Ross.
I think the most applicable thing it would be talking about is the 1S, possibly.
Right. Look,
And-
guys, I'm
and-
not a game designer, but I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't trust that 1S, bro. If they gotta keep designing games for the 1S, because I just know math, 4 teraflops, 12 teraflops, and they've been lying.
the Series
to
S. Okay.
Yeah, the Series S, my bad. Yeah, and they've been lying from the beginning. What they told me that the Series S was gonna be able to just downscale from 4K to 1440p. This thing is running a few games at 900p. So I don't know, man. So,
yeah. Okay, so
again, I'm not a developer, so I don't know, but just the optics of it.
yeah. Okay, so we talked about it before. It's the whole thing about the tools and stuff, and
The tools.
The tools.
and the dev kits being fairly new. So I think early on they're gonna have their struggles, but I think it's just like with this generation, we got our best looking games the last years that the systems were out. So that once you get used to how to make the games and the newer things that can make games look good while not being not being as demanding, like AMD has a whole AI that they haven't released with the super sampling, upsampling type stuff with their DLSS version of gaming, where they can make a 1080p game look 4K. So if they can get that from the AMD side working right, the Series S will be fine.
No, I know it'll be fine, but what I think is if there was no Series S, the games would definitely look better if
The
developers
reason why that's
only
not
had to
true-
focus
the
on the X.
The reason why that's not
The
fully true.
architecture of the Series X is exactly the same.
Well,
as
no.
the
The
Series
reason why
X.
that's not true is because they still have to make these games for dog shit PCs.
No, but they don't. But they don't have to make games for dog shit PCs. There's plenty of PC games that can't play games right now. They gotta upgrade.
But that's the point. They're not going to do that. They're going to go to the most money, and most people still have 1060s. The average gamer on Steam has a 1060.
But this is where there's a problem when you compare the PCs, right? Because I got a 1660 Ti right now, right? My little 1660 Ti is not powerful, right? But Gears 5 runs better on my 1660 Ti than it does on the Xbox Series X because I could drop down certain graphic settings and get over 120 frames. You know what I'm saying? But PCs are a completely different platform. When they're developing for a closed system like the Xboxes and the PS5s, the S to me is holding things back. Now I get why they made the S, but to me it's holding things back. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I've been lied to before, so now I want to see it. I want to see it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let's put it this way. The only thing I can say is behind it, we already had a talk with somebody, and he says was the PS5 actually holding them back. And that
Come
person
on, man.
Yeah, a developer.
A developer
said this.
from a big ass publisher.
Saying that the PS5 is holding back the consoles?
Right now, the PS5 is doing fantastic.
Yeah, man, let's not be roll with that right now, bro. Let's not be roll with that right now.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Let's not be roll with that
It's
right
more,
now.
it's more so to do with potential technology than what it
Let's
is.
just wait.
currently.
Yeah, let's stop rolling with that until we start seeing some evidence of that. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't really say that shit right now.
Fact.
We're seeing games tied with the Series S and PS5 though. We're starting.
Yeah,
to
see, that's what I'm saying. That's why we can't roll with that.
We're
Right
starting to see games on the Series S running as well, even better sometimes than the PlayStation 5. So.
Oh, come on, man. What game? I'm an Xbox fan, bro. But what game is running better on the S than on the 5?
Yeah, I don't think we should roll with this right now, Johannes. We should let it happen first, bro.
You see,
I'm just being real, man. I mean, I know what my man
Shells?
said, but let's just roll. I don't think we should roll with it.
Recently?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying I don't think we should roll with that right now.
All right.
Let me see. Justin McGill, Xbox Reigns with the $5. What do you guys think of a Max Payne 4? I hope they make a Max Payne 4 because Max Payne 3 was fire, bro. I hope and pray they make a Max Payne. Well, Rockstar do what the hell they want to do.
Hell yeah, Max Payne.
Yeah, because Max Payne 3 was, man, that game was dope. And that game was not backwards compatible or nothing, man. I love that damn game. And I bought that game digital for the 360, and that was before like digital was really popping like that. So anyway, Persona 5 Royal is coming to Xbox and PC and Game Pass at launch. It's just a rumor, though. Do you guys care about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I'm paying my $15. I want everything. I want everything. Yeah, it's just the fact that I could try it. Right now, you guys were talking about Fable. I went ahead and downloaded Fable. You guys were talking about Mirror's Edge. I went ahead and downloaded Mirror's Edge. Like, I'm winning. I'm winning.
Right. Damn, just like that.
The only thing is, I already started on the PS5s, and I'll probably just stop and start over on the Xbox if that's true.
Yeah. For me, it's the last big, Asian studio or Asian game that's not on, those platforms. And
that's a part of Sega.
Yeah, that's part of Sega. So, like, it's a big deal, not just for, like, Xbox, but, like, PC. Like, that game is one of Sega's biggest games, and for it not to be on anything besides PlayStation was just weird to me. So, like, the fact it was coming means that it's gonna probably keep coming. Like, I don't see any more of those games not being on Xbox and PC anymore.
Except, like, the really weird ones where that go anime weirdness.
Like Yakuza is that was the last one before. So like they have small ones, but as far as the bigger ones, there's not really any more that I can think of off the top of my head. That's Asian based, and they have a strong PlayStation fan base that still isn't on Xbox.
Yeah,
damn.
I like how everything that PhilSpencer was saying he's tired of seeing missing the second, third party deals, and he was saying while he started missing games from Japan being missed on Xbox. I'm glad of seeing him finally work on that, because now he has Yakuza coming, supposedly Final Fantasy coming.
Even going back to Kingdom Hearts, like Kingdom Hearts was never.
Oh yeah, aren't all the Kingdom Hearts games on Game Pass right now?
Yeah.
They sure are.
Yeah, they are.
They sure are. Hey, but you know what they're gonna say though, right?
Like old games.
We can't own them. We can only rent them. So we
can buy them for a discount.
But make sure your CMOS battery popping. Make that CMOS battery popping.
Yeah.
That CMOS popping.
Hey, so Delala, I believe that's how you say it, Studios.
Yeah.
Developers,
something like that.
Delala, yeah. Developers of Battletoads is working on a much-loved established IP. What could they be working on?
Banjo or Conquer.
Ah, damn it.
I agree. I believe it's one of those.
Hey, don't do that.
Oh man. Viva Pinata, I hope, because that's the only aesthetic that could work with what they did to Battletoads. I hope it's not Banjo, because it'll turn them into a fucking 1995
Battletoads
super cartoon looking.
Battletoads was decent to me, but them puzzles, the mini games, it was too many of them.
I thought that was a good game. Like it was hard. It was hard.
It was hard. Yeah.
Like the older games, which I enjoyed that. I thought it was going to be super easy, but like I applaud them for making the difficulty.
If we're assuming this is an Xbox IP because they're working with Xbox, how they did Battletoads was fine. But if they want to do anything else, it would be 3D. Because 2D ain't gonna work for everything.
Aesthetic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I got a couple more before we get out of here, guys. Report: Xbox Series S currently harbors nearly triple the number of 120 frames per second supported games compared to the PlayStation 5.
Damn.
What were you saying, Duck?
Oh shit!
Hold on now.
I know why, but yeah,
I know why too. If they're counting like top down scrollers and all that shit, then
it's mainly from back and pat too.
Right.
So,
I'm worried about these games that are coming out this generation. What system is running it better? But then somebody on my channel made a good point. They said that the Series X is running games at higher resolutions than the PS5. The PS5 is running typically at better frames, so it really depends what you prefer. For me, I'm a frame rate guy, so I like
solid frames, like
solid frames.
Yeah, but it's not saying the Xbox can't do the same thing that PlayStation doing. It's just that PlayStation is doing it more consistently in some games.
Right. More consistent. It's not like the Xbox is going down to 32 and PS5 is at 60. No. Xbox might drop to 58 and PS5 will stay 60 or something on some games, but some games Xbox is actually better.
And then what you don't know that we kind of been told, separately was a lot of these games that are coming out, early on are basically PS5 ports to the Xbox that they
I have
basically
heard that.
haven't been optimized for Xbox. They just basically brute forcing it. So once they're actually being optimized for it, you'll see a lot, more of the consistencies.
And I hope that's true, because remember what I said at the beginning of the podcast. Like, one of the reasons I bought the Xbox Series X is because I wanted it. I believe the hype that it was more powerful than the PS5. So to me, running the same as a PS5 is not acceptable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I want it to be.
But
better.
it will be though. It will.
I mean,
be,
you see certain games that'll run.
Once they find the tools.
It'll be
the tools. Find them tools.
Yo, that is a funny meme, bro. I give that to them. I give that to the Sony fans, man. That shit's
It will be. Oh, see, look, Mortal Shell. As Sakala said, Mortal Shell. Xbox Series X is absolutely killing it. They're killing the PS5 version. So that's one game in particular. But they're similar right now. But give it time. It'll be much better. Tools.
Yeah, like I said, when it comes down to
I'm about to make that meme. Hold
the
on.
devs, like the dude said, it's not impossible. It's not harder. I mean, it's not possible. It's just harder. And anybody that says anything less is just an excuse. So yes, they have to work a little harder. But can it be done? Yes. Will devs do it? Not everyone.
That's the problem. Yeah.
First party is gonna be the ones that have to. That's
They
gonna
can port
actually,
fucking
bring-
Doom on the Switch. The S is gonna be fucking fine.
Okay, that's facts. That's facts. No one can argue that. Yeah.
They can put anything on a damn Switch. Yeah, that's
yeah.
So last little quick topic, y'all. Deathloop has been delayed to September 14th, 2021. So that also means the Xbox version, which comes out next year, will be delayed also. So Deathloop, of course, is now it's the Xbox first party game. We can all say that. I'm looking forward to that. And you know what? I forgot Arcane Studio. Their other team is working on something, by the way.
On Dishonored. Dishonored.
I don't know if they're working on Dishonored, but they're also working on another game. So they have tons of games on the way. Slow Mo, what's up, bro? With the $5. He said,
"Oh my god,
I'd rather play Buzz Snacks again than ever listen to you guys attempt to talk tech. LOL. Game design doesn't impact resolution, but great show, guys." I don't try to talk tech, bro. I don't know tech, so I don't talk it.
But that's the point. The CPU is more important for game design than the GPU. GPU is for the pretty stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Don't get me lying. I don't know shit.
And the CPU is actually faster on the Series S.
Is that my punk ass dog?
Yeah.
Punk ass, shut up. Jigga J with the $3. Hitman on Series X craps all over the PS5 version. Now that's another game that the Xbox runs better, but it is a more powerful console. We just, unfortunately, Doc, what you call it? Tools. We got
tools. Yeah, I want to see these tools, man.
These tools. I think it is gonna. I think you will see it soon enough.
Because at least they could have told me that before I pre-ordered it, right? Like, hey, by the way, we don't got the tools yet. Nobody told me about these tools. I would have gone to Home Depot and got them some tools. Like, which ones you guys need?
Yeah, so that's what it is. So anyway, that's it, man. We I had some more topics, but these topics wasn't about shit. All right, so it's time to get out of here, man. But I like to thank once again my boy Dark 1985 for coming through.
There's levels to this.
Yeah, there's levels to this. Appreciate you, man. What you got going on, man? You got some videos coming? Cause you load up some content. I mean, you upload content pretty consistently, man. So you got some stuff coming tomorrow?
Yeah, my thing is I got to get better at editing and stuff like that, but I just be lazy about it. So when I got something on my mind,
as Avatar,
that's it. Yeah. Exactly. So all I do is as soon as something comes in my mind, I just grab my phone and I freaking record and put it up. But one thing I am doing is I actually started streaming on Twitch. I just want to try it out. I'm not streaming on YouTube just because I want to actually be able to play the game. And I think if I just stream on YouTube, I might have too many people in the chat. I don't know, but I'm starting to start streaming on Twitch, see how I like it. So I got a few little people that come in and watch my streams, and it's cool and it's pretty small and intimate. So that's probably my big thing right now. But I'll probably talk to you after this to find out what do you think about streaming on YouTube and stuff. But yeah, just always talking about gaming. I'll be honest with you, I do like a little bit of the toxicity that is a console war. It just distracts me from, real life problems and stuff, And I don't think anybody takes this stuff too serious. If y'all take this too serious, and I don't know.
Some guys do, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I do. Like I've seen it already. I've gotten hit up in DMs and stuff, and got called out types of crazy stuff. I'm like, damn, for real? It's like, you think some of these dudes get paid by Sony? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and don't let me call out Xbox on one of my channels, because then, bro, the Xbox be coming at me hard too. Like, somebody said I was somebody said I was that I'm really a Sony pony with an Xbox.
Yeah,
that's some dude said I was a Sony pony that wasn't able to get my pre-order in. I was like, yo, that's funny. That's funny. I like that out. I was like, that was good. Yeah. But no, I like gaming, man. And right now, I'm really enjoying Game Pass, and I really hope that there's people out there like me that are getting to experience what I'm experiencing, because I'm being able to play games more than I ever have, man, and at a price that's definitely affordable to me. And once I know it's a meme and everything, but once the tools do come, and once the first party exclusives do come from Microsoft, it's only going to get better. And that's the thing that I said in my last video. I said, the fact that Microsoft is in the conversation right now, right? And like really in the conversation, and we really don't have any exclusives, to me, that's dangerous.
Absolutely.
Yeah, think about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, what's going to happen when we actually do have the tools, and when we actually do have the exclusive? Then what y'all going to say? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely, man.
Wait for E3.
No, they'll go back and say
but
games are trash or whatever the case is.
Yeah. No, you're right. But thank you guys for having me, man. This is a huge opportunity. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you guys.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Hey, but look, let me say this right quick. The console war, it's like we mentioned in the pre-show, even if you try to, show how you're not a fanboy, or how you're just an Xbox fan, and you like the PlayStation, it doesn't matter. If you say you prefer one thing, they're going to label you, bro. So, because I see a lot of guys say I'm just neutral. And some guys really probably are, maybe. But at the end of the day, somebody's going to label you with something.
Yeah.
Right. Because I had a guy that actually told me, and he listened to this podcast, so he might know exactly who I'm talking about. I did videos where I was making fun of ponies, right? Yeah. Some of the things that they say about Xbox. And the guy was like, man, this guy Dirt is an idiot, man. He keep on saying what the ponies are saying. I was like, bro, I'm making fun of him. He was like, I don't care. I don't like it. I was like, what? I'm making fun of him, but he just didn't like that I was saying it.
Okay.
I would like have a horse in the background talking and making fun, like, you stupid Xbox. But he was like, man, all he do is just say what ponies say. I was like, damn, bro. But I'm Team Xbox, but so you can't please everybody in this community. Right. We all know that we can't please everybody. People gonna dislike you just for whatever reason, and that's just how it is, man. So, but anyway, Sue, what you got going on, bro? All right, man.
Hello?
I appreciate it.
No, not much. My mic. No, I just got back home. Like I was chilling in my mother's house for a while, so I've been away from the Xbox for like damn near a week. I tried to do some remote play stuff, but for whatever reason, it wasn't connecting. So, yeah, I'm behind.
Is that R&B mouse that we've been hearing the whole podcast? What's that Johansson?
It's probably Johansson.
I'm not typing anything, man.
I think there's R&B. We've been hearing this mouse stuff.
I'm not. What, you hear my mouse clicking something?
Bro, I've been hearing it the whole podcast.
Really?
But go ahead. I'm sorry, Sue. But go ahead.
Oh, but nah, I don't know. I'll probably hop into something. I can't even call it right now. There's so much going on with the back catalog. So I normally just find one game and I run through that game. So I'm probably gonna look at what's leaving Game Pass next.
Yeah.
I think Deliver Us the Moon more run.
Right. Hey, slow mo spitting facts. You can't satisfy everybody. Just be you, and that's the fact, man. I mean, that's like in life in general. I was telling my daughters, man, look, somebody gonna hate on you just because you nice. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, somebody gonna find a reason to dislike you. Everybody ain't gonna like you. So especially if you're doing this YouTube thing where people don't really know you, they're miles and miles away from you. Excuse me. They gonna talk shit. And I know you dealt with some of it already, Doc.
I did. And one of the mistakes that I did that nobody told me is I started making videos showing myself, right? But you know, I got thick skin, so motherfuckers be talking about my forehead, my nose. Bro, they be going in, dog. Somebody said, you know what has levels? Your hairline. I was like, you motherfucker. You motherfucker. Yo, but they funny, bro. You know, but to someone that doesn't have that type of skin, that shit'll crush them, man.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta have thick skin, you know, because I'm a dark skinned man, right? I'm a dark skinned dude, so even my own panel, they be talking shit about me. But you know, it is what it is, man. Like, hey, yo,
darkness.
Yeah, see, look, niggas call me darkness.
Darkness. They should have never gave you money.
Never gave you niggas money. Show them black bitch. Look, black
What?
bitch, you.
Yeah, Sean. Black ass dude. Man, he called me Black Panther. He's call me Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of it, man. So yeah, you do have that skin. I show my face, you know, every thumbnail, you know, it's like my face is on the thumbnail. Yeah. But you know, I show my face occasionally. But yeah, people, you know, but like some people never show their face, you know.
And they get the worst because they feel like this like their secret identity, like they Batman, like I feel like they're more secretive. Like I feel like if you show your face every now and then, it's like whatever. But when you're secretive, that's when they dig for it.
Yeah,
definitely. Like you show your face every now and then, like hey, what's up, nigga? You know, stuff like that, like that. Hey,
no contrast.
Hey, Super J Rock, $2 just dropping by to show the podcast some love. What's up, J Rock? Hey, J Rock is the man. Hey, yo, look, I'm gonna tell you guys something right now. For years in this community, so like Doc, like you don't know about this because you know, like you wasn't really in this community last gen. Yeah, PlayStation guys tormented us, man, because Xbox, you know, wasn't doing the best last generation. Let's just say that. It was hurting. And PlayStation guys tormented us, and they really, you know, was going after us.
The troll game was popping.
The troll games, and we ain't had no ammo to go back at them. You know what I'm saying? But now, my boy J Rock, you got to follow him on Twitter, man. This guy be killing ponies every day, all day. And it's funny to see because there were some other guys doing the same thing to Xbox guys all day, every day. But man, he is relentless. And at the same time, he's funny with the shit too, you know. So check out J Rock on Twitter, man. I'm gonna follow him. If you're an Xbox fan that like to talk shit, follow J Rock on Twitter.
And follow Methodical Meme.
Oh yeah, follow Methodical Meme and Gandalf Game and those guys.
Gandalf,
oh, shit. That shit be hilarious, man. Hilarious. See, we ain't have guys like that about 3-4 years ago. You know what I'm saying? We ain't have Xbox guys like that making memes of PlayStation and JimRyan. This shit funny too, man. So anyway, Devin, what you got going on, man?
I'm gonna play Rainbow Six Siege.
Of course you are.
I had a video drop today earlier. You can go and check that out if you want. That'd be cool. And I got a video dropping tomorrow because of this Mirror's Edge news that I just found out right here on the show. So I'm gonna make a video about that, man. So go and check it out. Mirror's Edge news. Yeah.
Nobody give a shit about that, bro.
I do. And if
Devin,
you do,
what's your channel?
You can go and check out the video. Here, I'll put the link in the chat.
I bet.
Hyperfan Gaming.
Oh man. So anyway, Joe Hanzo, what's you got going on, bro?
I don't know. For some reason, I'm looking for Crystal Pepsi.
Crystal Pepsi.
What?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And I might be playing Avengers later, but I gotta help my kids do some homework. But other than that, I ain't doing shit, man. Just work.
Bro, that damn homework, man. I be looking at that shit, my kid. I be like, what the hell is this shit?
No, they teach math different now.
I be like, I don't know what the hell going on. right, they teach it differently now. And I don't remember the way I was taught.
I'm gonna get you a tutor. I can't do it.
Right. Anyway, so, all right. That's R&B. Did we get you, bro?
No, you did not, you black bastard.
Oh,
my bad, bro. What's happening, man? What you got going on?
Nah, you're all good. I'm finally getting back this week, so I'm getting back in the swing of things when it comes to gaming. I found this new game. It wasn't on Game Pass. It was on the Xbox Store on a discount, though. And have anybody heard of it called The Hunt Showdown?
Yeah, that's made by Crytek, right?
I got that game.
A lot of fun. In a group, you and a squad, you travel through a map, you look for clues, and you hunt monsters. Try to get the loot and bounty if you can kill the monster and avoid other creatures that like sub-level bosses and grunts. But also you're fighting other players that are also going for the bounty at the same time. So it's real PvP versus PV computer and all that stuff. I don't really like it. It's really fun.
So what happens is R&B and his crew, they go and kill the bounty. They grab the bounty, and then me and my crew are waiting outside. We kill them, and then we escape.
Yeah, bastards.
God damn.
Hey man, what the hell is Artemis talking about? He's talking about Macaulay Culkin has a kid with Brenda Song. Does he?
Who?
Brenda Song. I remember her because my kids used to watch that damn show on Disney she was in.
Don't know, don't care.
Why the hell did you say some random man? Macaulay Culkin as a kid.
Maybe
anyway, guys, we about to get out of here, man. Had a lot of fun today. You know, we have fun on this podcast. Thank you for the people that tuned in. We truly appreciate you guys. And for the ponies, all right, y'all. We out of here. Peace out there. Kiss my ass.
Darkness.
Darkness is spreading. They should never get you niggas money.
That's hilarious.
All right, yo, we out.